The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
Jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. 15 years have I been waiting to sit up on my throne.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man. In a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drop it, retard. Robocock.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's racist!
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in close. Oh my God, we're really close now. We are really close now. I was not ready for that. Look at the chat. Did you just hug a rat? Did you just, Dylan B, did you just hug a rat? Is that seriously what you did? I'm going to look at the chat right now. I'm going to look at the chat right now. Dylan B is hugging a rat. Why are you doing that? Why are you hugging a rat? That's nasty. What's wrong with you? All right, guys, listen up very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the, wait for it, stream. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, shocking. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching anywhere else or anything else right now, you're getting pegged by Smash JT tonight. Like the stream. Figure that out. Don't let that happen to your booty hole. All right, guys. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today, man? Holy shit, we are home. Guys, I'm well rested. I'm ready to go for another few months. We're ready to kick some ass, take some names. What are we checking, man? Hypno loves bone JT Tech? No, I don't. No, I don't, because I didn't play the clip. I literally didn't play the clip. Oh, no, I don't want to be pegged by Smash JT check. That would probably be a good idea. A good idea. VPN check? Absolutely. Switch time? That's no. Regular voice back? Let's fucking go. Shout out. Shout out. Testicular fortitude check? Let's go. Hypno scary check? No, I'm not. Chaotic Holy, what are you serious check? I have no idea what you're talking about. Clippy waifu check? No. Bouncing boobies check? Always. Hospital suck donkey dick check? Oh no. Hope you're okay. Hypno is jealous of Smash AT board games? No, I'm not. Trust me with everything. I'm not. NG4 doubts check? Fuck censorship check? Empanada check? Ponies crying check? PS5 price increase check? We're going to talk about all that. Glory hole check? All right, interesting. Progress on coffee? No! There is no coffee company. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. All right, guys, listen, our ESG score is at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in his chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice, Black samurais that did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that call themselves gamers and yet never play games, like Smash AT. Shout out to Smash AT. I'm just fucking around, man. We got Mr. Melancholy. We got Yamato 85. We got Sirloins over on Rumble. We got Sleeping Nova. We got Dumb Creative over on Rumble. We got Jeremy Yu. We got the Madman Mars. Seabrew 1138. We got Hanny. We got Breezy Stratton. We got, what the fuck is that? Kathu Popoki. Komohewa. On the Lanai in Lanai. Idiot of the Day check. I feel like an idiot reading that name. Extra Hall. Bay Chicago over on Rumble. Snooty Mims over on Rumble. We got, who else is here? Why did my chat go down? What the fuck? Ali Kusanagi. Courtney's in the chat. What's up, Courtney? Shadow Blacklight. Jeremy Yu. Romanizer 24. Matt Stanford. Canceled his podcast over on Rumble. The Gaming Wolf 87. Marius. Chaotic Holy. We got Bolski. Mikey S17. Joker JK. Daniel. Deku Leader. Stinrox. Audio Pollution. Sullen the Lich. Christopher Lloyd. Monkey Man 04. What's up, man? Nick Havoc. Salty Surprise. Anubis. Matthew with the hero, please. Old Man Cad. Bro, why you guys say fuck my feelings for? What'd I do to you? I'm just kidding. Blue Octopussy. Shadow Blacklight. Who else is here? Seabrew 1138. Frenchie 07. No fan of YouTube. Formerly known as Resident Magnum. The Voice of the Water. Oliver Adam. Kevin Osiris, Valerian over on Rumble, Democulus over on Rumble, Barry Stroud, Paul Q, the fucking legend, Jeremiah Maxwell, Lionheart. Actually, action figures doesn't sound like a bad idea. Beautiful Zexel. You missed the screaming Puerto Rican? Do I really scream like that? I guess I do. Calculator Golem. All right, guys. 4 more people, and that's it. We got a lot we got to catch up on, boys. We took off yesterday. It was the last day yesterday. I worked through like 90% of the vacay. Let's do 4 more call-outs, and that's it. And then we get on with the show. We got Matt Funcool. We got Lucky. We got Cyber Tech Wolf. We got Dak. We got Adam Juman over on Rumble. We got Schizosaurus. We got Dylan B. We got Crash Collins over on Rumble. We got Dark Obsidian. What's up, man? We got Marius. We got Ruin with the Power of the Monkey. We got... Who else is here? Inferno Hell Knight. Thank you, man. We got... Who else is here? Yo Miser. Yo Miser. Yo Miser. Sure, we'll go with that. And last but not least, we got Mr. fucking Rouge, the legend, with the Clippy, mind you. Shout out to Mr. Rouge, man. We got Monster Killer. We got, who else? Snooty Mims over on Rumble. Drake. We got Pizza Cat Lead. Historical Assassin. What's up, man? We got Roll Some Joy. Magdi over on Rumble. Ron DFK. And we got Will the Fans. And Fat Roller. And Robert Baker. And Mr. Vegeta. And Derek Smith. And Neon Earth. And Barry Stroud. And Low KZ on Rumble. And Alice. And Octuous. And Kalika Gamer. All right, guys. I can only call out 4 more. That's it. That's 4 more. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigger Army member and let's see who is going to get this massive, insane money shot today. This is the welcome home money shot, so it's extra creamy. Extra creamy. Who's going to get it? Hanny with the basic bitch booty hole protection with Cassie's industrial grade goon oil, which means you can make the next 6 motherfuckers wear a sombrero with an olive oil lubed Italian toy. Also, Hypno, you're gay. You just have to throw that in there, huh? You have to sneak that in there, huh? Yeah, you have to just sneak it in there. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no!
Holy shit!
Ken Clippy. Ken Clip. You know, this is terrible. The innocence that is in that Clippy clip. Bro, look how innocent Ken Clippy's profile picture looks. We can't do... God damn it, man. God damn. Look how it's smiling. Look how it's smiling up in the air. The rules are the rules. Congratulations to Ken Clippy. You are the recipient. This is terrible. Of the money shot today.
What the?
It's you guys' fault, man. That's so sad. That's so sad, man. It's so sad. All right. Guys, we got Guys, we got a lot we got to talk about, man. All right, we got a lot that we have to talk about today. So make sure you guys like the stream, all that yada yada good stuff. Obviously, we are back. We are home. Our regular scheduled programming will resume very soon. Griffcast will be making a return. It's going to be a lot of fun as we get ready for the upcoming releases next week. We got Metal Gear Solid Delta coming out. Got all kinds of shit coming out, man. It's going to be a very busy time. So make sure you guys are ready for that. But no, in terms of Hypnocast, we got a lot we got to catch up since we took off yesterday. A lot. I mean, we got an insane amount of fast topics. We got some funny videos to react to. But the 3 main topics we're going to be talking about today is Microsoft becoming a war zone, like literally becoming a war zone where there's activists that are working for them or not working for them. I don't even know at this point. But they are essentially trying to take over Microsoft in front of the building, and they're trying to make them stop, I don't know, giving their AI to Israel or something like that. they're, free Palestine kind of people. They're just losing their mind over it. We got to talk about it. We also got to talk about Randy Pitchford from Borderlands, apparently. And I'm not kidding. Are you guys listening? Are you guys listening? Listen very closely. Randy Pitchford says that Borderlands 4 is going to sell over 100 million copies. Yeah, I'm not kidding. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about Bungie, how apparently the CEO for Bungie has officially stepped down after the absorption into PlayStation Studios. We kind of all saw this coming. We need to talk about that because it is definitely interesting to see what's going on with that. Considering that Bungie, obviously, after the whole Marathon fiasco, I think this studio is pretty much done as it was. I don't think the studio is going to be around much longer as it was. I think they're going to be the house is going to get cleaned, let's just say. So we're going to talk about that as well, on top of a million fast topics. Now, we don't have a retard of the day today because, one, I was traveling, and number two, the two funny videos that I have to show you are basically going to make up for the lack of the retard of the day. So what we're going to do is get right into the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the galaxy. This segment is none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash,
Money, wealth.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
Money, wealth.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money,
Super chat
money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right. It is time for the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen, as we are on our way. If we could get lucky, we are on our way to 432 tier 1s in a row and 121 tier 2s in a row. If that's even remotely possible, let's see if we can get it. Starting us off with none other than Bolski for 8 months of legendary status. Says Microsoft's Warzone, Randy's idiocy, and Bungie CEO quits. Guess who's left to clean up the mess? The Guardians. Probably. Yeah, I don't think they're going to clean up the mess, bro. I think they're just going to flat out pretend like the mess is not even there. But I guess we're going to see. Ali Kusanagi, with the Clippy profile picture, by the way. Ali Kusanagi dropping a 5 membership banger. And not only that, this is the first membership banger of the stream, which you already know what that means. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you for starting us off with the 5 membership banger. I appreciate that. You absolute fucking legend. Thank you so much, man. And then speaking of legends, we got King Demon Wing. King Demon Wing dropping a double 10 membership banger. What an absolute ball.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to King Demon Wing, man. I swear to God, it's almost like every stream this man is dropping a 10 membership banger between him, Paul Q, Ali Kusanagi, Adair Soto, Mr. Rouge, everybody, man. These guys are like dropping memberships like crazy. I didn't even get to check if I unlocked another emoji. I should probably check, to be honest with you. The memberships have been crazy lately. Thank you, sir. Historical Assassin for 8 months of legendary status says, you got 3 Steam care packages waiting for you. Here's to 100,000. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. I was going to call it out after the super chats. I will get to it. I promise you. No worries. Thank you, sir, for 8 months of legendary status. And then we got Adair Soto dropping a 1 hypnotic membership. Thank you, Adair Soto. I appreciate it. And then we got BioT Wolf consistent as always. He says, for a 5, I broke up with my girlfriend of 5 years because I found out she was a communist. I should have known there were red flags everywhere. It's painful, man. It's painful. Shout out to Biotee Wolf for the 5. We got Beautiful Zexel with a 10. I told Smash JT last night on his stream to stop stealing your ideas, but first said that I have to be specific with my question, and second, that said that sharing is caring. Yeah, I'm not exactly surprised by that, to be honest with you. I'm not exactly surprised by that. Smash JT, is known for, let's just say, stealing some ideas, but we love him anyway, man. He's a little retarded. He's a little retarded, but we love him anyway. It's fine. It's fine. We got Dragon Master with a 5, says Trump boosts morale of the DC National Guard by visiting them and giving away food to them. Truly marvelous. Oh, and say goodbye to Cracker Barrel, bro. I would talk about Cracker Barrel, but that's like completely fucking like, anyway, it's like, it's one of those things where if you look at the CEO and you look at the design of the redesign, it all checks out. Like literally all of it checks out. It's insane. But thank you, Dragon Master. I appreciate it. Paul Q with the 5 membership.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Paul Q. Thank you so much with the 5 membership banger, man. Thank you. Holy shit. I appreciate that, dude. What a legend. Look at this guy. I'm telling you, man. It's insane. Scrap Gamer, the junkman of gaming, for it too. Enjoy the playtest for Militiner. I sent you. Hey, shout out to Scrap Gamer, man. Thank you for sending that to me. I appreciate that. I'll check that out. Holy shit. It's a red boy. Shout out to Gamer Forever with an NOK 1000. And he says that the world wants to censor anime, manga, and games. We need to fight this now or it will be too late. Those that want to something, our freedom of speech, sounds our freedom of speech, and freedom of creating fictional art that is legal, we must raise our banner and march out in public. We will not be silent. Fight. Dude. Can we get a cheer for that? Can we get a cheer for the message in that red boy, man? Shout out to Gamer Forever. What a fucking banger. And yes, they are trying to come after anime, manga, and games and everything they deem to be problematic. Which, to be honest with you, is damn near everything. So shout out to you, my man. Yes, we are continuing to talk about it, do what we can. I appreciate you. Get some cheers in the chat for that one. Get some cheer emojis in the chat for that one, boys. And like the stream, for fuck's sakes. We got the Mervoth with 6 months of legendary status. Here's to another month. The way to 100K, maybe tonight. No Tati torture till 100K. No, it's not going to happen tonight, unfortunately. Because YouTube has taken it upon themselves to bring me right back to where I was. Not even just about a week or two ago. This is what YouTube is like. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It's fucking retarded. We gained like 1,600 subs in like 3 days. And then now we're back to gaining like 20 subs a day. So it's just how it goes. It's how it goes. Until the next one. The Drone Patrol for 14 months of legendary status. Haven't watched in a while. But what up with Clippy? Also, I hope this upcoming Call of Duty bombs. Borderlands is dead on arrival. RIP Cracker Barrel. What's up, Drone Patrol? Well, shout out to you. Thanks for hanging out with us again. I appreciate you, man. We missed you. Number 2, Clippy is basically an anti-censorship icon now. If you want to know, like, kind of caught up on that, I have a video on that. Check it out on the channel. And yes, RIP to Cracker Barrel. I might talk about that in Fast Topics, just to kind of cover it, you know. Let's see. Oh, we're caught up. Okay, we're caught up on YouTube. I thought we had a little bit more. Okay, let's go over to Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. We got Studi Mims starting us off on Rumble with a 1 membership. Thank you, Studi Mims. And then for $1, he says, "Hail Hypnotic, hail all the great people in Rumble chat. If you don't like YouTube's new ID policy, give Rumble a try." Shout out to Studi Mims. And then Studi Mims for a 10. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Trying again. Hail Hypnotic, hail all the great people in Rumble chat. If you don't like YouTube new ID policy, give Rumble a try. Your first super chat went through. You didn't have to super chat again. Shout out to you though, brother. I appreciate that. We got Studi Mims gifting not 1 but 2 more memberships right after that. And then Adam Juman for $1 says, "Hypnotic Cracker Barrel action figures." No, absolutely not. Anti-Federalist Pain with a 5. Why did the toilet paper cross the road? It got stuck in a crack. Oh, man. Snooty Mims with a 10. We all may live in other countries, but we all want the same things. Best for our children or grandchildren, honest pay. Let's put away small differences and come together on our common goals. Bro, shout out to Snooty Mims, man. This guy is the absolute, like, motivational speaker. I love it. We got Magdi with $1. What does Disney and Viagra have in common? An hour wait for a 2-minute ride. You know what? I can't even drum that because that's very accurate. Adam Juman for $1. Cracker Barrel is being sued by the American First law firm for discrimination. Really? How ironic. How ironic. Okay, we're caught up on Rumble. I think a couple of more came in for YouTube. Let's just double check really quick. Gamer Forever became a member all on his own. Shout out to Gamer Forever. Thank you for the Red Boy and for becoming a member all on your own. Thank you, man. And then last but not least, Anubis Hades for a 5. Stop stealing my money. Give it back or I'll send the feds to poke you in the ass and grab your wallet. For me, no lube either. Okay, maybe lube. That is really hardcore. Shout out to Anubis. That is that's not where I thought that was gonna go, but that went definitely south. Shout out to Anubis Hades. And then we got Anti-Federalist Pain for a 2 on Rumble. Cracker Barrel even made the triangle peg game woke. Bro, I'm looking at these pictures all day. Well, not all day, but I was looking at the pictures for Cracker Barrel throughout the day. I feel like it's more accurate. And every time I saw a new picture of old school Cracker Barrel versus new redesigned Cracker Barrel, I immediately just like sighed the biggest sigh because I'm like, bro, are we serious right now? And it's so funny. It's so funny because I told myself, I'm like, I think is Cracker Barrel's CEO a woman, a white woman? Because when I look at the redesign, I immediately think white woman. You know what I mean? And I didn't even know who the CEO of Cracker Barrel was. But the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the redesign, I was like, this has to be a white woman CEO. I would be shocked if I was wrong. And then come to find out, it is a literal white woman CEO. And I'm like, oh, here we go. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. James Up with a 10 says sup 99.6. Let's go. Hey, shout out to James Up, bro. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, bro. Yes, we got 400 more. Let's shield the channel really quick. So, all right, we're caught up on all the super chats, guys. Thank you so much for the insane pre-stream legend support. If you guys are unaware, we are currently at 99,666 subscribers on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. But unfortunately, my videos were blowing up again, and then all of a sudden YouTube said, hold up, wait a minute. You're not going anywhere. And they completely stopped my videos for the last couple of days. I had a video get 306,000 views. And then the next day, my next video got 8,000 views. So just explain to me how exactly that works, right? Explain to me. You can't, because I've been dealing with this for over 3 years, right? So in any case, we are trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. We're going to do everything we can to try to get there. We're going to grind it out, even though they don't want us to get there. We're going to get there no matter what. So Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as we continue to rise to 100K. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. We are almost there. We are almost there. I was hoping this all happened while I was away, which was it was crazy. I was looking at my phone. I was so shocked. I was like, wait a second. Is this really happening right now? And then I saw the video blowing up and I was like, what the fuck? Am I going to hit 100K while I'm away? That's fucked up. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So then I thought to myself, I was like, well, maybe we could hit 100K before Saturday Night Hypnosis this week. That would be cool. Nope. YouTube's like, nope, not happening. Not happening. So we're going to get there when we get there, but I just wanted to shout it out anyway. Thank you guys so much for that insane support. Adair Soto for $1 says, I know what you mean, Hypno. When I saw the design, this has to be a white woman. Not only that, with the big glasses, the jokes write themselves. They sure do. They sure do, my friend. They sure do, brother. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys again for the insane pre-stream support. We are going to start off our stream with some funny videos. Let's start off with some funny videos, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like that's what we should do, boys. That's just what we should do. All right, so I saw this video, and I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to let it play out, and you guys let me know what you think. Here we go.
Would you rather date a liberal or an illegal immigrant?
Illegal.
Why?
Man, liberals are mentally ill. Plus, they're usually whores. With the illegal immigrant, maybe you'll find like a Muslim who has a low body count. But if they're an American, it's like Lenny Kravitz said, American woman, stay the fuck away from me.
Are you really kidding me?
Not at all.
You are a piece of shit.
A wild Karen has appeared, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Literally proving his point, by the way. This woman is so crazy. Look at the vein. Can you see the vein? Look at the vein in the neck. Oh my God. That's the I want to see your manager vein right here. This is insane, bro. Look, watch this. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. Hold on.
Kravitz said, American woman, stay the fuck away from me.
Are you really kidding me?
Not at all.
You are a piece of shit.
Who asked for your opinion?
Who asked for your opinion?
You're
on a public
Are you drunk,
street.
ma'am?
Oh, she's so wasted. She is so wasted. You could just tell, bro. This woman is absolutely fried at like 2 p.m. She's fried, bro.
Are you drunk, ma'am?
Are you delusional?
Stop doing drunk.
You drunk.
And this is exactly why the 19th Amendment should be repealed, right here. This
Holy
woman
shit.
knows nothing about politics. She has no sense about history, but she just wants to run her mouth. This is exactly what's going on.
Dude, that is...
Why are you here? No one asked you to be here. So go over there, talk to whoever you want. You're not wanted here. Bye-bye. Go.
I'm not leaving.
Well, I mean...
Bro, not only does she prove his point, but the haircut, bro. Like, literally, who spawned this woman? Somebody must have drawn the perfect idea of a Karen and spawned it in real life. There's no way. There's just absolutely no way.
This is the problem with this country, man. These women come over here, they start talking, and nobody will wants them there.
Women come over here.
Bro, tell me she's not destroyed. Tell me she is not destroyed. This girl, woman, grandma, she is cooked. This woman is absolutely cooked, bro. Who got this woman drunk at 2 p.m. on a weekday? What is going on?
Why are you here? No one wants to talk to you.
No one wants to listen to your
You're here, though. I'm not coming to you. You're coming to me. By the way, why are you... It's a Cleveland show. Why don't you cover up? You need some fucking Islam in your life. You need some Islam in your life. Go find Jesus Christ.
Miami, dude. People walk around in bikinis.
Thank you for not wearing that. I do appreciate that.
I am covered up.
Well, you know, when you grade on...
You know she don't got no husband, bro. This woman has absolutely no husband. She's out here living the fucking bachelorette life at like 57 years old, getting drunk in the early afternoon in Miami, bro. It's crazy.
Well, you know, when you grade on a curve of Miami, that's basically comparing yourself to whores and tramps and stuff like that. This is pure comedy. Again, another reason why the 19th Amendment should have been repealed. And again, the 19th Amendment did more damage than COVID-19. Why are you...
Hey, don't touch people's cameras and stuff. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
watch.
Actually...
Wait. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's always in the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. I knew I saw it. I knew it always comes out at some point, man. The fucking eyes are just wild. She went full Karen right here. This is it. This is her final form.
Actually, let's ask him. Let's ask him. He's a non-white person. Let's ask him, man. You think this woman's drunk?
No, I think she should cover up though.
Oh.
I think she's got her tits out. You're a little too old to be doing that.
You asked for it.
Sorry.
It's true.
Looks great. I'm okay with that.
Women always give their opinion when they're not even wanted. Example right here.
Dude, you're such
Dude, double felted. Oh my God. How do you get felted by a total stranger that you oh my God, look at this, bro. That you demanded people ask. What the fuck is this creature? Can a scientist explain this to me? Oh my God. What is this? This is crazy. This is crazy. Look at that. She won't say anything to the POC. Of course not. Of course not. You realize how she stayed completely shut when it was somebody who wasn't white talking, but she felt totally comfortable coming up to the white dude and basically just lambasting him over and over and over again. It is unbelievable. Anyway, I thought this was a hilarious video, and I figured I would share it with you today as one of the retards of the day. But yes, you heard one. That's right, one. One of the retards of the day. What does that mean? That means there's another one. Yes, sir. Okay, it's not really a retard of the day, but it is a funny video, and we're going to go over it. Check this out. I saw this, and I saved it. And I was like, I got to show you guys this. And then we'll get to the fast topics. Here we go. I'm not going to say nothing. Not going to say nothing. Every liberal woman. Here we go. As the video is playing, let me know if any of this sounds familiar to you.
She believes in equality, unless you bring up the military draft. Accountability is her kryptonite. Therapists call her a walking gold mine. She thinks sleeping with dozens of men empowers her, and even the men she sleeps with agree. She shouts her abortions, and let's just say she shouts a lot. She's a happiness coach, even though she's miserable. She was taught there's over 70 genders in college, and it costs tens of thousands of dollars to learn. She self-diagnoses and likes telling everyone about it. She hates when men objectify women's bodies, but for $4.99 a month, you can objectify hers. She calls herself a boss-ass bitch. Others just call her a bossy bitch. She has a lot of cats, but not nearly as many as she will have. She has a dad, but she doesn't really talk to him. He doesn't think we live in World War II Germany. No, she thinks we live in an even worse time and place.
Bro, this is what AI was made for. Seriously, this is what AI was made for, bro. This is why, like, I feel like AI could really do some good in the world. This is it right here.
She nags to go on podcasts to debate, and then sues them when she loses.
Oh!
Her OnlyFans is worth less than a McDonald's breakfast.
Oh my God.
She likes black men until they display misogyny. Then she calls the cops, who are all bastards, by the way. She is the most...
She calls the cops, who are all bastards, by the way. That's so accurate, it hurts.
Feminist woman in the world.
Dude, shout out to this account, Muy Suave. Bro, hilarious. This video was so fucking good, man. This is what AI was for. This is what AI was for, man. Great job on that one, dude. Holy shit. Oh, man. All right, let's get to the fast topics, boys, and then we'll catch up on Super Chats after that. Okay. Fast topic numero uno. We're going to talk about Cracker Barrel. Boys, if you guys are not aware as to what's going on, man, Cracker Barrel, we're just going to cover this quickly because, honestly, I can't skip it, man. It's too funny. It's just too funny. It's too funny. Too funny of a story. I know it's not gaming or entertainment related, but I find it entertaining to see what's going on. So that's my loophole to talk about Cracker Barrel. But yes, if you guys missed it, Cracker Barrel just recently had a rebranding, if you want to call it that, a rebranding, where essentially what they did was they changed their logo. If you look to the bottom right over here, this is the new Cracker Barrel logo. If you guys look to the top left, This is the old Cracker Barrel logo. They clearly found the white male sitting in his chair, the older man next to his barrel. They found that to be just a little bit problematic. So what they did was basically remove everything interesting about the Cracker Barrel logo, literally everything, and they just put it onto a plain, fake, modern barrel background. I mean, it's fucking trash, bro. It's absolutely trash. They took everything that was iconic about Cracker Barrel and they turned it into modern slop. I'm not even kidding. Like this, it's not even like, bro, it's not even like, how do I even put it? I'm not even being facetious when I say that. Like, it's literally modern fucking slop, right? So anyway, the stock has been completely tanking. The stock has fell almost 20% since this announcement. I mean, it is just bad what's going on right now. And not only that, this is the CEO. And like I said earlier in the stream, before I even knew who the CEO of Cracker Barrel was, when I saw the change from this to this, I said to myself, I was like, it's got to be a white woman. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry to the white ladies out there that are watching this stream right now. But I immediately told myself it's got to be a white woman. There's no doubt about it. And what do you know? It is a white woman, right? So this is Cracker Barrel CEO Julie Fels-Massino. And she essentially made the decision to decolonize the company, right? So let's go over a little bit of another tweet over here. Let me just bring this up really quick. It says, get woke, go broke. Cracker Barrel CEO Julie Fels-Massino decision to decolonize the company, starting by removing the old-fashioned country gentleman meant to invoke nostalgia and Americana from the logo, is hammering the stock, wiping out $250 million in value. Since Phelps became CEO, the stock is down 34%, erasing a total of $587 million in value, right? God, bro, I every fucking year, it doesn't really matter how many companies do this. Every year, there's always that one company that puts in a female CEO. No offense to the female leaders out there, but holy shit, man, you guys are not bringing your best half the time because it's fucking insane what they did. Now, if you guys want to see exactly what they did, let me show you what they did. Okay, let me bring up exactly what they did. Now, if anybody went to Cracker Barrel, you'll probably remember it looked something like this, right? You'll probably remembering, it looks something like this, something country, something with a lot of personality, a lot of soul to it. It just looked amazing. It was damn near like a fucking museum. It looked so good, right? And I don't think anybody ever had a problem. I mean, I used to see a lot of black people eating at Cracker Barrel. I don't know about you guys, but I know I did. Maybe I just went to the black Cracker Barrel. I have no idea. But it had a lot of soul, and it just looked really good. Had a lot of personality. It was awesome. And now we have this. What the fuck is this, bro? What is this? Like, are you serious? Let me go back. You got soul and you got modern slop. Like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? You've got to be kidding me. Like, there's just no way. There's no way, bro. This is decolonization. This is depressing. This is the same reaction that I had when I saw McDonald's go from the fun-looking fast food chain to the modern slop that it is now. Sure, their bottom line wasn't affected, but at the end of the day, McDonald's is fast food, and this is a restaurant chain where you actually sit down and eat, and people want to get that kind of experience, and now they're not going to get it. You look like every other fucking Like, my God, dude, this is the complete opposite. This is so corporate. This is literally so corporate, it's not even funny. Mr. Phillips says, yeah, I'm not going there if it looked like the right photo. If anti-racism, and they will go bankrupt. White man, gone. I did that. That's literally what she did. It's so fucking sad. You guys want another picture? Look at this, bro. Look at this Cracker Barrel. Imagine losing this. Look at this shit, bro. You've got to be kidding me, man. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Mr. Rouge is 100% right. That's not decolonizing, it's pussifying. Exactly, bro. So you mean to tell me you're gonna get rid of this and you're gonna turn it into a typical white/black modern design bullshit? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Bro, this looks like an old country home. It's amazing. The pictures on the wall and everything. This is the aesthetic that people that go to Cracker Barrel for. And now you're just gonna rock out with your modern cock out. I really don't know what to really make of it. So there's an interesting tweet that's here that I want to kind of show you that from Bugle Daily. That's pretty hilarious, by the way. Bugle Daily says, "What do the failures of Bud Light, Cracker Barrel, and Star Wars all have in common? Woke white women. Never put woke white women in charge of your company. Bud Light VP, Cracker Barrel CEO, and we all know who this creature is." Damn, man. I got to tell you, seeing this picture really makes you realize that, boys, we just went too far when it came to letting women in these spaces. I'm sorry. Gatekeep your hobbies, man. Gatekeep your hobbies. Genuinely gatekeep your hobbies, because holy fuck, this is incredible. It is incredible just looking at this and realizing the collective amount of money that was lost across all three of these companies, right? Star Wars from Disney, fucking Bud Light and the VP, the horse mouth, I forgot her name. And now you got Cracker Barrel CEO. The amount of money that they've lost altogether is in the billions of dollars. You guys realize that? These three women collectively have lost their companies over $1 billion. Way over that. It is unbelievable. It sincerely is unbelievable. But this is where we are with Cracker Barrel. I just can't. I can't look at these pictures and tell myself that this was a great idea. I just can't. I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. I don't go to Cracker Barrel that often, but I'm damn sure never going now. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm going to miss this. I'm genuinely going to miss this. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. The next restaurant chain, if there is one right now, or if there's one that's going to be made, the next restaurant chain that makes an aesthetic like this franchisable, they are going to exponentially blow up. They are going to exponentially blow up. They're going to explode. Somebody needs to get on this, and like right now, because Cracker Barrel is literally giving it up for free. They're giving it to you on a silver platter. So somebody get out there and make a restaurant chain and have this aesthetic and push it out there. They should be out there felting Cracker Barrel publicly and using them to bolster people going to their restaurant. Actually, fun fact, somebody did do that. I don't have it brought up, but I'm gonna bring it up right now. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it up right now, man. Steak and Shake did exactly that. Steak and Shake felted fucking Cracker Barrel. This is incredible. Look at this. If you go to Steak and Shake, it's one of the oldest steak. Look at this. Steak and Shake, fire the CEO. Thank you for your attention on this matter. They quote tweeted someone saying Cracker Barrel CEO needs to be fired. Look at this video. Hold up. This is probably copyrighted. Hold on, look at this. Look at this. I need to go back. Hold on. First trip to our newly remodeled Cracker Barrel. Oh, I'm sure this is going to be great. A woman probably filmed this, most likely. Most likely. Let's see. Don't mind us. We're sprucing up the store. God damn it. Lower the music. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. White walls, really bright and inviting, much less crowded in the store. Open walkways. You don't have to be afraid of knocking something over. Bright white decor. Continue to the dining room. Bro. Oh my God. It's literally white and black everywhere. Open floor plan without dark latest. Oh man. This literally looks like shit, bro. This looks like shit. Updated menus. This is so like an absolute husk. Yeah. There is no soul to this anywhere. You are just a regular chain restaurant now at this point. And then the logo. Oh my God. I'm not even going to bother. Like literally Literally. Anyway, Steak and Shake says to fire the CEO. Not only that, look at this. Steak and Shake says sometimes people want to change things just to put their own personality on things. At Cracker Barrel, their goal is to just delete the personality altogether. Hence the elimination of the old-timer from the signage. Heritage is what got Cracker Barrel this far, and now the CEO wants to just scrape it all away. At Steak and Shake, we take pride in our history, our families, and the American values. All are welcome. We will never market ourselves away from our past in a cheap effort to gain the approval of trend seekers. Bro, 116,000 likes, 5 million views. This is what needs to happen. Everybody who owns a restaurant that has an aesthetic like that needs to utilize Cracker Barrel, make fun of them, and turn it into a marketing campaign. Seriously, they need to turn it into a marketing campaign immediately. This is easy money. It's free. They're leaving it on the table. They're saying, hey, here, take our money. We don't want it. We consider it to be racist. Do it. Just take it. Shout out to Steak and Shake. That is fucking incredible. Eat more. Beef tallow. Fries cooked at 100% all-natural beef tallow. Ooh. Home of the original steak burger, homemade milkshakes, and beef tallow fries. How much business do you think they're going to get now? They're going to get an insane amount of business. Are you listening, IHOP? Bro, IHOP could never. I'm sorry. IHOP is just too... IHOP is way too corporate. There needs to be another restaurant to do this. I swear to God. There needs to be. Should you like to stream? Absolutely. All right, let's move on from the Cracker Barrel conversation. It is so soulless, man. I can't. I looked at those pictures, and I was legitimately pissed. When I was like, well, that's it. That's it for Cracker Barrel. All right, some gaming news. Guys, let's talk about some good news, man. Well, potentially good news. We don't know yet. Halloween. If you are a Halloween fan like I am, Halloween the game officially announced for 2026. The game, based on John Carpenter's classic Halloween movie franchise, has been officially revealed. In development in a collaborative effort from Ilphonic and Gun Interactive, along with Compass International Pictures and Further Front, Halloween will release in 2026 for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So let's watch the trailer and see what we got going on here. Here we go. Iconic. They even have the retro style font. This is amazing. Yes.
A quiet
What
town.
if it's copyright? If it's got, I'm gonna lower it in case of copyright.
Other small towns all across America.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Town just like yours. But it was here.
You guys notice the retro filter on the game? That's so fucking awesome.
On October 31st, 1963. No motive, no warning, no provocation, just senseless death.
It's so sick.
I met him 15 years ago. I thought there was hope that he could be reached.
Holy fuck. There's a woman that was thrown through the window over here. I don't know if you can see that.
But what I met was not a child. No emotion. Perhaps not even human. 15 years later, he returned home. But what happened that night was only the beginning. It wasn't just a killing spree. It was a reckoning.
I gotta pause it in case there's copyright on that music, but holy fuck, I am bricked right now. The music is making me so fucking bricked right now. It's insane.
You can't stop him. You can't reason with him. You can't kill the boogeyman.
Let's fucking go, man. I am fucking excited. And it says single player and multiplayer. Single player and multiplayer. I am excited as fuck, bro. Let's go. Halloween the game. That is going to be hopefully badass. I want it. I want it like yesterday. I want it yesterday. The music just hits. It just hits. It slaps. Absolutely slaps, man. Shout out to these developers. Hopefully they do it justice. Hopefully they do it the right way. Because obviously, you know, at any point they could fuck it up. But no, hopefully they do it the right way. I think that'll be really awesome. All right, moving on. We got let's see what else. Oh, some bad news. We got bad news for BioShock. Do you guys remember that I talked about BioShock recently? And I talked about how the studio is struggling with the upcoming BioShock video game. Well, it looks like those struggles are now starting to bear fruit because the BioShock developer has officially laid off 30% of their studio. 30% of their studio is now going to be laid off. Cloud Chamber, the studio behind the next BioShock game, reports state already a decade into development. The next BioShock game was due to be released in late 26 or early 27, but it will be delayed further with the decision made to give the game more time in development. More than 80 jobs were cut, with the studio said to have around 250 employees before the layoffs, representing a huge portion of the workforce. So 1/3 of BioShock studio is being fired. That is a major hit. According to what was shared with Jason Schreier, there was an email that was sent to staff by the 2K president, David Ismailer, that states a decision was made to rework certain aspects that are core to a BioShock game. This resulted in reducing the size of the development team to focus on this work and give the game more time in development, although BioShock is already one of the longest running productions in gaming history. Plans for the next BioShock installment began in 2014, the year after the release of BioShock Infinite. Though there were significant changes as Irrational Games, originally at the helm, was shattered by 2K after director Kev Levine left to start a smaller studio with Take-Two. The report with Bloomberg says that the trouble didn't end there, with Certain Affinity taking the reins and working on the game for roughly 2 years, and then a deal to acquire the studio fell through. Take-Two then decided to start an in-house studio to lead development, hiring in 2017 for what would become eventually Cloud Chamber. It's not clear what the plan is now for the next BioShock game, though it's clear that there won't be a release window anytime soon. So at this point, you can pretty much kiss the entire next BioShock game goodbye for a long time. Unfortunately, it looks like nothing's gonna come of it for a while, which is crazy because this game's been in development for a long fucking time already. But considering all the nonsense that's happening over there, we're not gonna see anything for a while. So no BioShock for a long time. All right. In case you guys missed my video, because the video I released today about Subnautica 2 got so suppressed, it's unbelievable. I have a video on my channel that has 307,000 views right now and climbing, and my video on Subnautica 2 got 3,000 views struggling. I'm not even kidding. 3,000 views. How is that even fucking possible? Most of my videos get 50 to 20,000 views. This one got 3,000. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so Subnautica 2 developer, in case you guys missed it, I'm going to talk about it here. Unknown Worlds is now suing the former leadership. So if you guys missed that video, what ended up happening is the former leadership at Subnautica 2 was suing Krafton for a multitude of reasons. We already went over that. I'm not going to rehash it. But they were suing Krafton. Now, Krafton pulled an Uno reverse, and now they're using Unknown Worlds, the developer, the actual developer behind Subnautica 2, and they are now suing the 3 developers that are suing Krafton. So now you got oh my god, you got hold on, wait. So you got like a 3-way going on here between the 3 developers suing Krafton and then Unknown Worlds suing the 3 developers all at the same time. They're just gangbanging each other right now. They are trying to drown each other in legalities. It's crazy right now. It's crazy. So this story is developing pretty quickly. If you guys want more information about it, go watch my video that's on the channel right now. I would appreciate it, but it is a clusterfuck. It's an absolute clusterfuck of a situation. And some people are saying, well, doesn't this prove that the 3 developers were essentially at fault if their own studio that they were in charge of is now suing them? Not necessarily, because Krafton now owns Unknown Worlds, so they're probably just utilizing Unknown Worlds to launch the lawsuit against the 3 developers while those guys are suing Krafton. It's a massive circle jerk, but we're going to be here for it. So shout out to T-Chap. He says we are at... Holy shit, we hit tier 1 already? Really? Damn. That was fast. T-Jab says we hit tier 1, and we are 115.37 away from tier 2. Thank you, T-Jab. I appreciate the update, man. Holy shit. That's crazy. That was really fast. Okay, there's a story that I want to talk about that I wanted to talk about this yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to because obviously we took off, so we need to talk about this, man. Bloodlines 2, okay? Bloodlines 2. If you guys know Bloodlines 2, or Bloodlines in general, Bloodlines 2 is getting a lot of hatred right now. And the reason why Bloodlines 2 is getting a lot of hatred right now is because, quite frankly, they are now locking 2 clans behind a paywall, which is a major fucking issue for a lot of people. They're locking 2 clans for the game behind a paywall. $30. They essentially cut out content from the main game, and they're trying to resell it to you for $30. We're not even talking about $10, $15, $30. They're trying to sell it to you to try to get you to pay for the 2 clans, right? So it's obviously people are not happy about that. And they recently just made a statement trying to explain themselves, which we already know whenever they try to explain themselves, we already know it's going to be like just complete bullshit, right? We already know it's going to be bullshit. But we're going to read it anyway. The long-awaited Bloodline sequel will launch with 6 playable clans, but you'll need to pay extra for 2 of them. It didn't go over super well when Paradox revealed yesterday that 2 of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 6 playable clans will be available via some rather pricey DLC, especially after the game's infamously rough development. You might think that Paradox and developer The Chinese Room would want to engender goodwill among existing and potential Bloodlines fans, and yet bizarrely they went the opposite way, and people reacted precisely as any reasonable person would have predicted. But why? Speaking to Rock Paper Shotgun, Bloodlines 2 narrative director Ian Thomas explained that the game has changed significantly over its development, based on playtesting and feedback from the Bloodlines community, including a massive amount of story content and features and all the rest of it. So we have been expanding it from where we originally planned to land. And I think it constantly, and Paradox have been really good when we go, or when the clients go, or when Paradox go, we should add a little bit more here. Let's push the date back. Thomas said, as you know, the date is pushed back, but that has been to fatten it out onto something that we feel does land where the players want. The studio has been adding new content even over the past few weeks, Thomas said. And the design director, Jay Hicks, added that it's not all just fluff that we're chucking in. It's all got that same quality there. That presumably includes the I don't know how to say that word, Toreador, I don't know, and La Sombra clans locked inside the Shadows in Silk DLC, which promises unique abilities and playstyles for each. A lot more effort goes into making a whole vampire clan than, say, a new hairdo or an outfit. So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. So basically, they're trying to tell you, hey, we worked hard on this and we want extra money. That's basically it. They're saying they want extra money. They worked really hard on this, guys, even though it's their job and whatever, but they worked really hard on it. And they feel like they can cut it out the main game and sell it to you as a $30 DLC. That's basically it. That's what we got here. Unbelievable, right? So a lot of people are really complaining about the first one. People are complaining about the one that I can't pronounce, Toreador or whatever. A lot of people seem to like that clan a lot. But to be blunt, so what? A lot of unhappiness over the Bloodlines 2 clan DLC arises from the fact that it'll be available on launch day. So it's not as though the Chinese Room is continuing development. Exactly, right? So if you are working on content right now till this day, then you could sell that as DLC down the line, right? But the simple truth is that you're not doing that. You're not doing that. You are selling the content on day one, you motherfuckers. So it's very clear that you could have put that in the main game, but you're not doing it. You're not doing it. You could have put it in the main game, but you're not doing it. You're selling it as a separate $30 DLC, my guy. And you're trying to be like, well, we're still working on the game. And you're releasing it now. Anyway, this entire thing is obviously stupid. It's one big excuse for them to try to basically nickel and dime you. That's all it is. They're trying to nickel and dime you to the best of their ability. And like the article says, and I can't believe I have to agree with PC Gamer, you would think that the developers will want to garner some goodwill with players, but apparently they don't care about that. They'd rather just try to see how many people they can convince to buy a $30 DLC. That's basically it. So we shall see what ends up happening with this game, but part of me feels like things are not going to go the way they think. So we'll see. All right, next fast topic. We got Splitgate. Guys, so we covered Stop Killing Games a little while ago, and this is an interesting decision that I think is going to be very important moving forward. Do you guys remember how we talked about Splitgate and how Splitgate 2 got felted so hard that they had to take the game off air, go back to beta, and try to fix the game? But then in a plot twist, they also decided to shut down the original game, which, again, it's like nobody even asked for that. They shut down the original game, or they're going to shut it down. Well, apparently, they have announced that you are going to have peer-to-peer multiplayer coming in the next week so that you could keep playing Splitgate even after the official servers shut down. So they're giving you a way to play the game after the game officially dies, which is something that Stop Killing Games fights for. This is something that Stop Killing Games has asked for. And it's good to see that Splitgate is doing this so that you will have an ability to play the game if you so choose, even after the initial servers shut down. So that's great. Good for them. Still think it's stupid they're shutting down the original game when their second game got pulled from the shelves. But this is at least a good start to allowing games to survive even after they are officially killed off. So that's not bad. That's not bad. You gotta give them props for that one. Yeah, exactly. Pirate Software disliked that. He disliked that. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty awesome. That could be a very good thing. Yeah, exactly, right? Something we actually like happening. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's good. It literally costs them nothing. Yep. Broken clock is right twice. I agree. Slightly good news. This could be interesting. Yep. Credit where it's due, but it's a very low bar. I agree. All right, let's move on to the next topic. I think we got two more fast topics. Actually, yeah, two more fast topics. So again, guys, remember when we talked about Overwatch 2 and how they're getting wrecked by Marvel Rivals to the point where now this woke-ass company, Blizzard, is apparently okay with Gooner skins now all of a sudden, where they want to get a little bit goonery? Well, apparently Overwatch 2 is dipping its toes into the horny pool with swimsuit skins and a shirtless new healer for its next season, apparently. Oh, now all of a sudden it's okay to be a little goonery. Now it's no longer bigoted. It's no longer, you know what I mean? It's almost screams. It almost screams a little bit desperate. It's a little bit desperate. Bro, I find this to be absolutely hilarious. I think this has to be the funniest shit that I've seen in a while. Because if you were always doing this, then nobody would care, right? But the fact that you are trying to, especially with this new character that you have, you're trying to go with like the ultimate fucking like super attractive characters now, and then you're doing the whole swimsuit thing like Marvel Rivals, and you're trying so desperately. You're like, hey, we could goon too. You could come over here and goon with us. It's okay. We're not gonna put it in your booty hole. It's like, bro, come on, man. What are we doing? Why are you doing this? Season 18 has a number of other changes that players have been waiting for, including a Sojourn Mythic skin, a unranked mode for Stadium versions of Winston, Bridget, and Farah, new payload, race, etc., etc. Oh, look at these. Look at these. Wow. Hold on. Let me bring this up on a bigger. Hold on. Wow. What a little bit of competition does for you, huh? What the fuck is that thing in the background, bro? Holy shit. God, thing is insane. What a little bit of competition does for you. Look at this, bro. They're damn near wooing at this point. Look at this. Look at this. Now, obviously, they're not as nice looking as Marvel Rivals, but I mean, this girl's thick. The fuck? They're trying. They're definitely trying. They're like, look, we got swimsuits too. We got nice outfits too. We goon too. What the? That's insane. That's so insane. But in any case, I just think it's funny, man. I think it's hilarious that competition really will show you that these companies don't give a fuck about anything. Right? When they used to say that, you know, they care about DEI and all that shit, and that they're trying to not these journalists would call Marvel Rivals Gooner games and whatnot. Now all of a sudden they gotta walk around like on their tippy toes, because now they gotta admit that Blizzard is also trying to do the same thing, because they know that's where the money is. They know that's where the current attraction is. They know where that is. That's where everybody's at, which is hilarious. So shout out to Blizzard. Welcome into the dirt with all of us. I love it. Don't you love it when the people that try to be like morally superior over you got to get down and dirty with the rest of you? Isn't that amazing? Like, you got to look at them like, welcome, brother. Welcome to the Gulag. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. We knew this day would come. You couldn't live with your own failure. And where did that bring you? Back to me, bitch. Welcome to the Gulag. It's so crazy. Oh my God. Fatality. Exactly, bro. Fatality. That's so ridiculous. All right. Last fast topic. Ladies and gentlemen, as expected, as we all predicted, and you guys remember I talked about this when we covered Xbox doing it and we covered Nintendo doing it. Well, guess what? PlayStation is doing it too, as we all predicted. Ladies and gentlemen, Sony has announced that they are going to be bumping up the U.S. prices of the PlayStation 5, ranging by roughly $50 a piece, citing a supposed challenging economic environment, right? So this mega rich corporation is trying to convince you that they're having a challenging environment economically. And somehow you're not having a challenging economic, environment, which is why they think you can afford to pay another $50 to $100 for a console that didn't cost this much prior, right? So let's look at the pricing here and see what we got going on, right? If we scroll down, the RRPs in question have gone up by roughly $50 a piece, meaning that the PlayStation 5 digital is now $500. The regular PS5 is now $550. And the PlayStation 5 Pro is a whopping $750. Sure, the Pro wasn't exactly cheap to begin with, but that extra $50 really does make a psychological difference, doesn't it? It does. It does. Now, keep in mind, the hilarious thing is that they're trying to convince you that there is an economic issue going on right now, and they're just struggling. They're struggling really bad right now. Mind you, they also look at their stock. If you look at their stock is as high as it's ever been. It's been going up. They still don't have enough games to warrant the price of the console, in my opinion. And now they're bumping up the price even more. It's absolutely insane, man. It's fucking crazy. So they're just trying to take advantage of a situation. We knew they were going to do it. This doesn't cost them anything extra beyond what they've already been doing. And all they're trying to do is capitalize on extra free money, whatever they can. All the PlayStations that are sitting on shelves right now, that were made prior to all the issues economically, well, they just became $50 more profitable. It's insane. Yeah, $750. It's fucking insane. I don't know. It is what it is. So I just wanted to show this to you because, like we predicted, everybody was going to do it, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now, every single one of them, Nintendo, PlayStation and Xbox have raised the prices of their older consoles. Nintendo raised the price of their fucking regular Switch 1 after they tried to tell people if you can't afford the Switch 2, go buy the Switch 1, and then they raised the price. Unbelievable, bro. Console gaming is so shit now. It's not even funny, bro. I'm telling you, PlayStation 5 would be the last console that I have. If they genuinely get rid of exclusives, and I've said this many times, and they bring all Souls games from now to the future, if they bring them all to Steam like they have been, and if they bring Final Fantasy Day 1 to Steam, yeah, it's over, bro. I'm never buying a PlayStation again. Never. Or even if they say, hey, we're going to wait a year, that's fine. I'm not going to buy a PlayStation. I'd rather wait a year. Personally. Okay, that is all the fast topics for today. Ladies and gentlemen, stream, let us catch up on the super chats because apparently we blew past tier 1. I didn't even realize it. And then we are going to get into the 3 main topics of the evening. Are we ready, man? Are we ready? So let's see. We got Shadowcat with a 2. They appropriated my culture with Cracker Barrel. Did they really? Extra all for 4 months says first clip equals retard of the day. True. Let's go with that. Independent Courier for 2. Dude answers honestly. She proves him honestly. True. Talking about the first video. That shit was hilarious. Independent Courier with a 2. Same woman. Where are all the good men? Yes. She's the one that'll be filming herself on TikTok talking about all the good men are gone. It's like, what? What are you doing? James Zob with a 2. That's Alyssa in 5 years. Oh, man, I think you are giving her too much credit. James Zob with a 2. That's Alyssa's origin story. Okay, that probably sounds more legit. Will the fans with a 125. Platinum Blonde Gollum Karen. Oh, my God. With her sad old tits hoisted up to her neck. Mental Eyes has absolutely no idea and gets totally felted. Grandma, stop. Somebody should have told Grandma this was not a good idea. But the problem is that woman has gone through her entire life not being told no. So that's why they act like that. Independent Corey with a 2. 90s CB, great food, great service. Now Denny's. So true. Sad but true. Cracker Barrel is fucked. Miku with a 189. Black Cracker Barrel. You mean...
Holy shit.
Yeah, sure. Raptor Kratos with a 5. I mean, she did say she wanted to take the soul out of the Cracker Barrel. Well, there you go. She sure did. Nobody for 2 months. I'd never been to a Cracker Barrel. I think all of them got shut down here in Oregon last year. Well, guess what? More are going to get shut down. Don't worry. There's going to be more joining. Sun Wu with a 499. Why is it bad to iron a 4-leaf clover? Because you should never press your luck. Unbelievable. Kaylin with a 5. I have said it for many years. Many women hate when men have fun, so they destroy it. They want to make it into a less manly world. I see it a lot. True. They do. It's a known fact. And then they complain about it. They complain about the lack of men. We got Shadowcat with a 2. Country cooking is meant to make you feel cozy. You like feeling cozy, don't you? A la carte with a 2. Put a chick in charge. Make it lame and soulless. Facts. And gay. Cracker Barrel will probably be gay. I think it already has been gay multiple times before. Gamer Forever with an NOK 200. Shout out to Gamer Forever.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
He says we all need to take back our power from the old fossil leaders who are stuck in a long dead era. We have the younger generation to rise up to lead this world to a brighter future of freedom, speech creating art. Fight this now. Bro, this man is literally, bro, shout out to Gamer Forever with the bomb today. The absolute bombs. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, and I agree. Man. Cryptic Manga with a 5. A friend told me to stop filing taxes and go watch anime with him. But this isn't even my final form. Oh, my God. Sun Wu with a 199. It's IHOP with a gift shop. True. True. I wonder if they're going to change their merchandise too. Are they going to go with like the whole black and white modern theme? Are they going to get rid of all the merchandise that has the old logo and put the new logo? Can you imagine like a black and white t-shirt for Cracker Barrel with the logo just right on the chest? And they're like, oh, this is so modern. Oh, God, stop it. Anubis Hades with a 2, roughly $3.5 billion in loss over 3 companies. That's a lot of money. Raptor Kratos with a 5. This is the same thing they did to Uncle Ben, true. And Aunt Jemima, true. Yep, they did. Yo, RIP to Uncle Ben, bro. Uncle Ben did nothing wrong. Aunt Jemima, too, did nothing wrong, man. Aunt Jemima was the best. Old Man Cad with a 2. You need to show the Hell Is Us trailer. You need to not tell me what to do, Old Man Cad. I probably will, just not today. Levistro with a 10. Is it just me or is there a trend? Prohibition, PMRC, video game censorship, Miller Lite, Amazon, Cracker Barrel censorship, bills all led by females. It's almost... Fuck it. Hi, boss man. You got down the rabbit hole there for a second. Shout out to Levistro. Thank you for the 10, man. Demon Carol with a 5. Fun fact, the original Mike Myers mask was actually a William Shatner, and that was bleached and had its hair pulled back. Damn. And now look at him now. Infamous. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Bioshock Infinite was the N plus no Ken Levine. Fair. Son the Lich with an ARS 100. You have but embraced the goon, Blizzard. We've been born in it, molded by it. But seriously, beyond laughing at the desperation, Micro Blizz can get fucked. True. They are very desperate. Shadowcat with a 2. Typical liberal. Evict a minority, keep the land. True. And then Herbert Kachu with a 2. Hypnos Black Barrel. Let's go. No. If I won't have a coffee shop, I'm not going to have a restaurant. That's just not happening, man. I'm sorry. It's not happening. No restaurant, no coffee shop, none of that stuff, man. I'm sorry. Deadeye's Lock with $1 says, hey, Cracker Barrel, too much Moody Adams will leave you vulnerable to a white liberal woman and soon to leave you breathless with a black fatigue in a river. Damn. Adair Zolta with $1. I know, so Cracker Barrel is a culture of Southerners. If you remove that, what's the whole point of it? They lost its identity. It's just another modern day corporate boredness. True. Adair Zolta with $1. And also some of the Cracker Barrel has some Civil War pictures as well. World War I, World War II, about American culture, and now it's all gone because of a white woman who loves to ruin fun. Fair. It's not even about ruining just fun. It's about ruining history. Like, history is problematic to these women. Adam Jimmy with $1. What most people don't know is that Cracker Barrel was named after the family's uncle. There you go. It's amazing how they want to decolonize Cracker Barrel, but they don't want to like de-ghettoize Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that. Like they're perfectly fine with that. They're like, yeah, that's fine. We could let that stay. But Cracker Barrel, that's a problem. That's a problem. Buffalo Wild Wings where girls twerk when they eat chicken. Yeah, like that's fine. That's fine. But you know, Cracker Barrel, that's a problem. Adam Juman with $1 should have made it Halloween 3 Halloween Town. Oh, come on, bro. Maybe. Adair Soto with $1. You know, I realized something. This is the same thing that Make Yourself did to Star Wars Outlaws. They closed the contact for you to pay an extra money more to play it, but the side quest. True. True, absolutely. Anti-Federalist Pain gives a 5. Hypnotic membership. Shout out to Anti-Federalist
My
Pain.
hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. What a legend. And then we got Anti-Federalist Pain with a 5. That's it. I now support the conscription and conscript only war in Ukraine, but only liberal women can be conscripted. They get equality. We help Ukraine. Everyone wins. Make it happen. Make it happen, Anti-Federalist Pain. Shout out to you, man. Thank you again. All right, boys. We got one more. UFO Omega with a 5. You should start a daycare consulting firm so you can keep all your illegitimate kids in daycare 24/7 while making some dollars in the process. That's a great idea, UFO Omega. Great idea. All right, boys. We are fully caught up. Thank you guys so much. I think we're extremely close to tier 2, so we're just going to keep going, and hopefully we get it as we continue. All right, the first conversation we are going to have today of the main topics. God damn it. Why is this not working? I definitely did it. Hold on one second. Why is that not working? How dare you not work? I almost guarantee I fixed that shit. There we go. Boom. I don't know why it wasn't working. All right, boys. We are going to be talking about today Bungie, because Bungie is imploding on itself, as we all pretty much saw happening after the whole, fiasco. Now it seems as if a Bungie CEO is retiring. TJAB says 7531 from tier 2. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So we're going to talk about how the CEO is leaving, and we're also going to talk about people's reaction to the CEO. People are literally like celebrating this and also telling this man to eat shit. Like, I'm not kidding. Literally eat shit. People are happy, especially apparently Destiny players are happy to have gotten rid of Pete Parsons. And he is being replaced, obviously. So we're going to talk about all this. Bungie is dead. Yeah, I would say so. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Bungie. And as you guys are aware, Marathon has put Bungie in a very interesting place. Marathon, when it was first introduced, got everybody essentially laughing at Bungie and pretty much saying that what Marathon looked like was complete trash heap in comparison to what Marathon used to look like all the way back in its first iteration. But Bungie is in such a bad place right now that not only is PlayStation and Sony removing Bungie's independence and fully absorbing them into PlayStation Studios, but the CEO, Pete Parsons, has also just officially retired. He is going to be stepping down from Bungie after the absorption into PlayStation Studios. And by stepping down, we probably all know exactly what that means, but he's going to be stepping down and he is going to be replaced, and people are laughing. I'm talking like people are literally telling this man to eat shit. They clearly don't like him. So we're going to get into this article and see what's going on, and then we'll get into the fan reaction to all of this nonsense. So it says Bungie CEO Pete Parsons retires with Destiny 2 sentiment at an all-time low and pressure from Sony is growing. Parsons has decided that it's time to pass the torch and head for an exit. So how many people that are watching this video believe that Parsons probably believes in his own mind that Bungie is cooked? Because I truly believe that Bungie is cooked. Ever since I saw what was happening and the fact that they were being absorbed into PlayStation Studios and the fact that they were losing their independence and the fact that Marathon got basically sent back to beta in a way, even though it never really released, but you get what I'm saying? This entire situation has clearly shown me and everybody else that Bungie is just going to be absolutely cooked. They're going to replace a lot of the leadership that is over at Bungie because the people who are currently there are the ones who got the company where it is in the first place. Why would PlayStation Studios want to keep any of them? They're clearly going to want to start changing some people. The longtime CEO, who allegedly, by the way, people hate him for this, he spent $2.4 million on classic cars as hundreds of Bungie employees were laid off on the same day that he bought those cars, will be replaced by Justin Over-Delivery Truman. If you scroll down, it says longtime Bungie CEO Pete Parsons announced today that he is stepping down from the role, saying that it's the right time for a new beginning. At the Sony-owned studio, he will be replaced by Justin Truman, formerly the studio's chief development officer, who Parsons said has been instrumental in bringing some of the most memorable moments in Bungie's history to life. Parsons had a long career at Bungie beginning in 2003. While it was still a part of Microsoft, he rose through the executive ranks over the years, helping shepherd both the Halo and Destiny franchises before assuming the CEO role in 2016. But 3 years after helping to secure Sony's acquisition of Bungie for $3.6 billion, he's pulling the ripcord on his time after the studio. Now, me personally, again, I genuinely believe that this person, this CEO, can see the writing on the wall, and he can see that the good times are behind him now. He can see that, there is no good times to be had right now with the company as it being absorbed into PlayStation Studios. There's no good times to be had right now trying to rework Marathon after being caught stealing art for like the 5th time in a row now. There's no good times ahead for this CEO, and he wants someone else to do it. He wants someone else to do the dirty work. He doesn't really want to do this anymore, so he backs away with his multiple millions, and that's basically it. So he says, after more than 2 decades of helping build this incredible studio, establishing the Bungie Foundation, and growing inspiring communities around our work, I have decided to pass the torch. Parsons wrote, "This journey has been the honor of a lifetime. I am deeply proud of the worlds we built together and the millions of players who call them home. And most of all, I am privileged by the opportunity to work alongside the incredible minds at Bungie. When I was asked to lead Bungie in 2015, my goal was to grow us into a studio capable of creating and sustaining iconic generation-spanning entertainment. We've been through so much together. We launched a bold new chapter for Destiny, built an enviable, independent live ops organization capable of creating and publishing its own games, and joined the incredible family at Sony Interactive Entertainment. Today marks the right time for a new beginning. The future of Bungie will be in the hands of a new generation of leaders, and I am thrilled to announce that Justin Truman will be stepping into leadership as Bungie's new studio head. So he even says here that the future of Bungie will be in the hands of new leaders. So that pretty much proves everything that I've been thinking about Bungie. They're replacing all the leadership. When they absorb this company, or when they fully absorb this company into PlayStation Studios, they're not going to let the people who fucked up the company stick around for much longer, unless they feel like they could do a better job. So they're going to be replacing a lot of the leadership that's in charge over at Bungie, and they're obviously starting at the highest point, the CEO, and they're going to be working their way down. Now, a lot of people can have their opinions on this. They could think, oh, it's not going to save the company, and I partially believe you. Like, I don't think this is going to save the company either. I think Bungie's image, unfortunately, is a little bit too far gone now, and people are just not having it. Now, could they come back and have a good comeback story? Sure, they probably can, but the chances of that happening is probably slim to none, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter who they put into place, but you never know what may happen. Marathon could come out and be an absolute banger, or Marathon could come out and, well, it could become Concord and it could die in 10 days. We never really know when it comes to Sony, but it's all very boilerplate at these valedictory messages tend to be. But the truth is that the writing has been on the wall for a long time, and that's basically what I'm saying. Destiny 2 is struggling. Marathon is in serious trouble before it even came out. And Parsons himself is riding low after leading Bungie through massive layoffs while allegedly spending literally millions on his own dollars on a vintage car collection. So, guys, let's talk about the reaction now. I want to talk about what people are saying in regards to Parsons actually leaving Bungie. We have another article from PC Gamer saying, "Eat shit, Pete. In a rare moment of unity, Destiny players bid good riddance to the departing Bungie CEO, Pete Parsons." He says he will not be missed. I do not wish him well. Somebody even said that they hope that all his cars crash. That's the most insane thing. So thanks to a decade of accumulated contradictory live service grievances, Destiny players are rarely unified in their discontent. Today, however, is a special day. Bungie CEO Pete Parsons has announced his departure, offering the Destiny community a chance to join together in slamming the door behind the man whose leadership has become synonymous with studio mismanagement. On the Destiny subreddit, the top-rated reply in this thread discussing the announcement simply reads, "Eat shit, Pete. Since I started writing this article, it's received more than 200 additional upvotes. I hope all your cars break down, Parsons," writes another Redditor. On the PS5 subreddit, one user writes, "Good riddance," to which another replies, "Too bad, rubbish." On Reset Era, the first reply to the news contains one word, "Good." On the Bungie forums, users are posting threads like RIP car collection, where the original poster has written, "Hallelujah, Pete Parsons is gone." On X, quote tweets are full of celebratory gift posting. On Blue Sky, the dunks are brief and potent. "He will not be missed," one user writes. "I do not wish him well." These people really don't like him. They do not like Parsons. And let it be clear, you can think what you want about him. You can think that him stepping down is suddenly going to mean RIP car collection. You're wrong. This man is a multi-millionaire. If you think that all it takes is for him to lose his CEO job for his car collection to suddenly go away when he's retiring, not quitting necessarily, retiring is a totally different thing. I think you're coping a little bit. As much as you may hate the guy, I think you're coping if you think his car collection is going to suddenly go away because he's not CEO anymore. This man has an insane amount of money. This is Destiny we're talking about. Of course, the tone of the conversation around Parsons' departure isn't anything more optimistic than Destiny discourse usually is, and already doomsayers are reading the appointment of a new studio head, Justin Truman, as an omen of continued woe. And in our world of golden parachutes, it's likely that Parsons will be departing Bungie in comfort after Sony's multi-billion-dollar studio acquisition. So, again, guys, this entire situation, I think it's pretty clear what's going to happen here. Truman is probably somebody who was worked from the ground up by Parson, and they probably think that he is the easiest person to put into the role of CEO without having to go look for someone and maybe even pay someone more, right? They rather promote somebody from within to the role, but they clearly think he could do the job. I am more curious about what other leadership they're going to be replacing. Who else is going to be fired from Bungie, considering what's going on. But you guys can let me know that in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I wonder who it's going to be. I wonder who it's going to be. I really do. Hold on. I saw a comment. Let's see. Where did it go? Damn, the chat was moving so fast. I think it was B.A. Killington. Yeah, he said no one thinks that. No one thinks what? No one thinks that his car collection is going to go away by losing his job as CEO? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're referencing? Yeah. Users are posting threads like RIP car collection. No, people really do think like that's gonna happen. It may not be many, but people are really, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I can understand why it's so easy to hate Hypno. Why? What did I do? What did I do now? Hypno for CEO? No, thank you. Please don't. Please don't. I'm good. I'm good. Reddit Cope? It's absolutely Reddit Cope. It's absolutely Reddit Cope. His net worth is probably more than that, to be honest with you. More than that. Repo is a bitch. It's not, bro. The cars are not gonna get repoed, bro. The cars are not gonna get repoed, bro. Not at all. My car is expensive. Are you not impressed? No, not at all. You cannot underestimate Reddit's stupidity. That's probably fair. That's probably fair. That's probably fair. All right, let's we're gonna get to the next topic. Let's catch up on soups. And then we'll go from here. Where are we at? We got Ron DFK with a 5. Can you repeat all after the Karen to now? Had to call my bank at Amazon. Also, 2 guys walked into a bar. The second should have ducked. Come on, bro. Shout out to Ron DFK. Independent Courier with a 2. I saw those cars. He got taken. No common sense. Bro, to be honest with you, when it comes to classic cars, most of them are, like, if they're really put together well, most of them are bought by people with too much money who don't really fucking care how much they cost. To be honest with you. Sun Wu with a 499. What did the cereal bring to the bank? Checks. It's getting rough out there, boys. Gamer Forever with an NOK 2.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
I will never give up in protest, no matter how many times I get fined or sent to jail for my freedom of speech. Fight and never yield. Be not afraid to protest in public. Show how strong our fighting spirit is, bro. Can we get a cheer? Can we get a cheering emoji for a Gamer Forever? Seriously, this guy is like the 3rd or 4th time now. This guy is absolutely killing it. Shout out to Gamer Forever. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. What the fuck is this dumb take? People know it's the sentiment, not the actuality. This is a big L take. Huh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't get it. I don't understand. Clap Douglas with 279. Chris Hansen for Cracker Barrel CEO. Roblox. You know, bro, oh my God. So I never clipped the Roblox segment from SNH last week, bro. I just immediately, I had to get ready to leave the next day. I never clipped it. I need to go back. I'm going to go back, download it, and clip it because That is legitimately an amazing, like, if you guys missed the Roblox Chris Hansman segment on SNH last week, it was fucking hilarious. It was honestly like one of the funniest moments on SNH I think we ever had. To be honest with you, it was so good, so good. I got to do it. Thanks for reminding me. I have to do it. Yes, it was epic. It was very epic. We got. Let me see anything on Rumble. We got Deadeye's Lock with $1 cash chains into the ghetto. Harold's Chicken into KK Chicken, and watch Black and White Magic violently clash, leaving a restaurant only Colonel Sanders would love. That's insane. That's insane. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, Deadeye's Lock. Thank you. All right. What the actual fuck? I don't know. But what I will do is let me bring up the gifted games that we got on Steam. Shout out to Historical Assassin. He gifted 3 games to the channel. Shout out to you, man. Let's bring it up right now on the screen. So, Bandito says, I thought you might want to check this out since you played Abubakar's game earlier, and he gifted the Paynes Creek Killings. Now, there was a lot of people that told me about this. There was a lot of people that told me about this game, the Paynes Creek Killings. And when I saw it in my gifted list, I was like, holy shit. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate it. No one believes that his cars are going to get taken. It's like the psychos. They want Trump to get jailed, for example. Well, I mean, no, clearly there's people that do believe that, though. Like, I think we underestimate just how retarded some people actually are, that they genuinely believe that a CEO who is a multimillionaire outside of his company is going to somehow lose his car collection now that he is retiring from his job as a CEO. There is people out there that actually believe that. We may not want to acknowledge those people, but they are there. They are there. So, unfortunately, shout out to you again, Bandito. That's what I'm gonna call you, Bandito, for gifting that game. And then he said, got myself a copy too. Hope we can play sometime on a Griffcast stream if you ever want a partner. He gifted Dead Zone Rogue. Is a roguelite FPS set in space. Blast through swarms of hostile machines. Combine powerful augments and elements to forge your build and grow stronger with each run. Shout out to you, bro. Everybody, ever since I started playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, everybody started gifting me roguelites. Everybody started gifting me roguelites, man. It's insane. Shout out to you, man. Bandito. And then last but not least, Bandito didn't say anything with this one. He gifted Voidbreaker, another adrenaline-fueled roguelite FPS. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Another roguelite. I appreciate it. I'm going to be playing a lot of roguelites, it looks like. It's going to be insane. All right, we got Gamer Forever for NOK50. This for Super Chat. I am a Viking. We'll never stop fighting. Bro, he's a Viking. He's a Viking. Everybody, do we have Viking emojis? We don't have Viking emojis, right? We don't have Viking emojis, right? Damn, I wish we did. We got a legit Viking in the chat, man. Shout out to you. Dumb Creative with a 5. I found a piece of Fig Newton in my fat folds. That is crazy. That is crazy. You need to repent for that. You need to repent. That is crazy. Yes, he's a Viking. We have a Viking. No, not a cheerleader. No, not an NFL male cheerleader. We have a Viking. Legitimate Viking. All right, boys, let's get into the next topic. You got to do the next topic. Let's go, man. Let's go. We got to This should be funny. This should be funny, boys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good old Randy Pitchford. Good old Randy Pitchford, man. Now, you want to talk about cope? What is he smoking? I have no idea. Now, obviously, he was probably saying it in jest. He was probably saying it as one of his many terrible jokes. But we're still going to make fun of him anyway. We're still we're still gonna make fun of him anyway. Because God damn, bro. Randy Pitchford. Barry Dixon Buzz says, I'm late. What did I miss? Well, you're up to one of the best parts. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Randy Pitchford has been hitting the hard shit. He needs to share. He probably has enough to share with the whole chat, excluding me because I don't smoke. 100 million units counting every single Borderland game? No. Not at all. Not at all. So we're going to talk about this, and we're also going to talk about how he feels that Borderlands 4, and I shit you not, you thought Grand Theft Auto was going to be expensive? He feels that Borderlands 4 is worth $200. Yes. Yes, he feels that Borderlands is worth $200. We're going to talk about it. I got to get myself mentally ready for this one. It's going to be insane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we got ourselves an exclusive interview with Randy Pitchford from Insider Gaming. And in this interview, he decides to reveal some interesting stuff, one of which is actually in the headline of this article where they quote him, where he says, "We will break 100 million units with this launch." Randy Pitchford on Borderlands 4. So we're going to cover everything Randy has said recently in interviews about Borderlands 4 and where he feels like he's going to sell in terms of units. And not only that, how he also feels like Randy Pitchford, they said that Borderlands 4 is worth $200 in the mind of Randy Pitchford, the CEO. I'm sure in his mind, it's worth $200, but I don't know how players are going to feel about that. But in any case, Borderlands 4 is set to be released worldwide on September 12th, and it's the broadest and most ambitious iteration that Gearbox has ever created. In Borderlands 4, players are set to explore a seamless open world and be presented with more choices and options for gameplay styles than ever before. He sat down with Randy Pitchford at Gamescom to learn all about Borderlands 4, from what it took to create to where it goes post-launch. He made a bold statement about the sale of the series and how impactful Borderlands 4 will be. So let's read everything that was said right now about this. Pitchford reflected on that and looked to the future of the series beyond Borderlands 4. He says, "We're just now beginning to dig into what our post-launch is, and we've got some extremely exciting plans that I cannot wait to share and talk about. We're now expert at making Borderlands 4, and when you're making a game, you kind of figure out how to make it as you ship it. That's one of the reasons why our post-launch content tends to be so good. Thinking about Borderlands beyond the game is so wild to me. I remember I came to Gamescom with Borderlands 1 just trying to scream from the tallest mountain to get anyone to pay attention to it, and nobody cared. A lot of people predicted that Borderlands wasn't going to work. Now here we are with the game franchise. We will break 100 million units with this launch easy. All in with the franchise. Borderlands is more than 15 years old as a series, and as Pitchford explained, he spent the last 20 years of his life building it and pushing it out to the masses. With each iteration, the franchise becomes more explosive and energetic, and Borderlands 4 represents, for now, the pinnacle of the series." Now, here's the problem, okay? The problem with this is that Borderlands, unfortunately, has lost its, I don't know if you want to call it its charm. I don't know if you want to call it its luster. But Borderlands, for a lot of people, has lost its charm and has lost its luster because the last iteration, especially, was so successful because it was built off of the back of the one before it. A lot of people loved Borderlands 2, myself included. I think Borderlands 2 is probably the best one out of all of them so far. Borderlands 3 sold what it sold because people loved Borderlands 2 and they thought they were going to get a better game with Borderlands 3. And then Borderlands 3 comes out and they realize that it's not exactly up to snuff. It's not exactly what they thought it was going to be. And unfortunately, that now is going to lead to potentially less sales for Borderlands 4. Do I think Borderlands 4 is going to flop? Absolutely not. I've said this since day one. I think the game has a big enough built-in fan base that it could see it through all the way to the end. However, I don't think it's going to sell as much or as quickly as Borderlands 3 did during its launch because Borderlands 3 had a lot of hype from 2. A lot of hype. Like, I don't think people even realize how much hype was behind Borderlands 3 from Borderlands 2. And then when people got their hands on it, that's when the truth came out about the game. And it just didn't, It just didn't hit where it needed to hit. It still sold, don't get me wrong, and it still made its money, don't get me wrong, but the community sentiment around the game wasn't that great for the majority of people. There were some people that did like it, and that's okay. But for the majority of people, it really wasn't that great of a Borderlands game. Now we got Borderlands 4, and they're promising to go back to what made Borderlands great, but we don't exactly know what that means for Randy Pitchford, considering all the nonsensical things that he says in interviews. This guy says some of the dumbest shit in interviews by far. The last number suggested that the series was sitting at around 92 million units sold, which means that Gearbox is anticipating at least 8 million sales with Borderlands 4. Now, that may be very well possible. 8 million sales over, maybe the first year or two is definitely possible. Borderlands 3 sold millions of copies within the first month, so I'm sure it could probably do something similar. I just don't think it's going to do as much as quickly as Borderlands 3. So now let's talk about a separate article going over what Randy Pitchford said about the price of Borderlands 4 and what he feels like the game is worth. I guess $70 is an okay compromise between free or $200. Gearbox boss Randy Pitchford ruffled some feathers recently with a comment that a real fan would pay $80 to play Borderlands 4 if it happened to cost that much, and then somehow unruffled those feathers with the reveal that it won't cost that much. Borderlands 4 will be $70 like most other games from big publishers right now. Speaking to Games Radar, Pitchford said that now $200 would be a fair price for Borderlands 4, but that he wishes it would free. Now, come on, guys. Does anybody sincerely believe that Randy Pitchford, the CEO, thinks that Borderlands 4 should be free? Does anybody sincerely believe that? I don't believe that for a second. I'm sure you guys are probably rolling your eyes right now watching this video. Like, did he really say that? I don't understand why he says these things, because nobody's laughing, bro. Nobody is legitimately laughing at any of the jokes or anything Randy Pitchford says. And he says some of the dumbest shit in the world. And this is one of them, right? But in any case, according to Randy Pitchford, he believes that it's worth $200. He says, shit, I think they could charge $200 for this game. Pitchford said, I wish they'd give it away because then everyone would play it. That's not how the business works, but the value is there. This recurring theme in a game pricing debate goes back for as long as I can remember. A video game may cost more than a movie, but a movie only lasts a couple of hours, while you can easily spend 100 hours or more playing a big game. You look at all the past Borderlands games, we have people that spend thousands of hours in the Borderlands. Pitchford said, if you think that about the terms of the most amount that could have ever been spent versus the time of entertainment, you can't find a better value in the world for any kind of entertainment. I agree with that, and this is why gaming is the #1 entertainment medium in the world. That is true, and there's a reason why that is the case, because there is a lot of value sentiment that you could get from buying one singular video game as long as you know what you're buying. You could end up buying Oblivion Remastered and spend thousands of hours in that one game, right? You could buy Skyrim and spend thousands of hours in that game. You just could do that. You could buy The Witcher 3 and spend thousands of hours in that game. That's kind of just how it goes. There's some merit to the argument. When I've been strapped for cash, I've definitely favored big RPGs that I could chew on for months, and an astronomical amount of work does go into a game like Borderlands 4, but as Pitchford acknowledges, the argument only goes so far. I wouldn't pay $70 for an audiobook version of a so-so novel just because it's long or because you told me that the author spent 10 years writing it. I'll take the shorter, better novel, please. And I agree with that. It all depends on the entertainment medium. And with video games, they're interactive, right? With a book, you're just reading the story and experiencing it and using your imagination. When it comes to video games, it's interactive. You're taking part of it. You're involved in the story. You're taking every step through the eyes of the character that you're playing as. So it's a totally different thing, and it's worth a different amount of money. But obviously, Randy Pitchford is being Randy Pitchford with his stupid comments. He says $70 is a lot of money for most people. I don't think they care about how big AAA budgets are. I think it's so funny that now they're saying that $70 is a lot of money for most people, when these people would be like, oh, $80, that's the norm. That's what's coming. Deal with it. Now suddenly 70 is too much for people. Make up your mind where you stand. There are a lot of other things they could do with their money and time, and it's notable that we're seeing some games going down from $60 rather than up. Dune Awakening and Clear Obscure Expedition 33 are two examples of highly rated $50 games from this year. And to be honest with you, $50, that is the number. $50 is the number, in my opinion, for most AAA experiences that have any sort of value to them. After that, it starts to become, well, what else are you giving me? Because if you're not giving me anything else, I could go play these $50 brand new games and get a way better experience for way more of my time for way less money versus your $80 slot video game that I'm going to be bored of in like 5 hours. So it all really just depends. But of course, as much as PITCHFORD likes to stoke the flames of discourse, and I appreciate him helping us stay warm, he's got no illusions about the realities of the marketplace. He says at the end of the day, when I want something and I feel like what they're asking for is fair, I'll get it. Keep in mind, this is the guy that's worth millions upon millions of dollars. Can you imagine? Do you really think this guy walks in somewhere and asks out how much something costs? Do you really think he cares? On average, 99.9% of his shopping is just basically grabbing whatever he wants and paying for it. This man never once asks how much something is. I would guarantee you that's the case. But in any case, he needs to seem like one of the normal people. So whatever. Anyway, the Gearbox CEO told Games Radar, if I don't want something, I won't. Or if I think that what they're asking of me isn't fair, I'm not going to do it. All the talk doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that's what it is, bro. This guy does not fucking ask the price of anything. I don't believe him for a single second. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this nonsense regarding Randy Pitchford and his comments? Do you think Borderlands 4 is going to sell massively? Or better yet, here's a better question. Do you think that Borderlands 4 is going to outsell Borderlands 3 in the same amount of time? Do you think it's going to sell as quickly as Borderlands 3 in the same amount of time? Or do you think it's going to do less? Whatever it may be, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like and the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Randy Pitchford, man. Borderlands 4 would not fail. I agree. It's not going to fail. It's not going to fail. I'm just curious if it's going to do as much as 3 will. That's what I'm mainly curious about. 3 had a lot of hype. Let me see something really quick. Hold on. How many copies did Borderlands 3 sell? Let me see really quick. Let me see if I find some. As of August 2023, Borderlands 3 has sold over 18 million copies. But it doesn't tell me the first month. Here we go. Borderlands 3 sold over 5 million copies in just 5 days. 5 million copies in just 5 days, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe that? 5 million copies in 5 days. Smash AT says check DM. Okay, let's see. Wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. The artistic expression. The artistic expression. We. Oh my god. The artistic expression is insanity, bro. Shout out to Smash Gay T. He's out of line, but he's right. He's out of line, but he's right. Why does this look like a retarded Guile, bro? What the fuck is this, bro? Is this Guile with Down syndrome? What is this, man? Why'd you do Guile like this, bro? That's insane, man. That's crazy. This is a retarded Guile, man. I can't believe you did Guile like this. You used him in the game. Why'd you draw him like this? That's crazy. Look at this shit, man. Hypnotic is gay. Also, early congrats on 100,000. I'm not even there yet. I'm not even there yet, bro. I'm not even at 100K. YouTube's back to shitting on me. So now I gotta wait forever to get the last 330 something subscribers. It's crazy. Early congrats. Yeah, I mean you're doing a little bit too early. Too early. You should have sent this when I was at like 99,950. That's when you should have sent it. When I was at 99,950. That's when you should have did it. It's all right, though. Shout out to Smash JT. This is unbelievably gay. I think my drawing skills are better. Me personally, I think my drawing skills are definitely better, but I'll take this. Is this supposed to be a middle finger? What the fuck is this? Why is his finger so much longer than the other fingers? Give yourself some credit. You'll be there in 48 hours. No, I won't, bro. Not at all. What's up, Shibby Wiles? How you doing? Shout out to you. All right, let's get to the last topic, boys. Shout out to Smash JT. Absolutely gay, as always. We got, hold on. Extra Hall with a 5. I live in QC, where what is legal? Oh, weed is legal. And I went to the Netherlands where weed is legal. He's clearly not smoking weed. Oh, fair. Fair enough. Thank you for the 5. P. Drake with a 5. Last full price game for me was Mass Effect and Ultimate Edition. And even that let me down a little because of censorship of Miranda. Yeah, and now I think, doesn't that get sold for like super cheap now? Sun Woo with a 4.99. Take 2. Need to tape his mouth shut. He's acting like the mastermind behind Grand Theft. IR Red Dead. Yeah, Randy Pitchford likes to talk a lot for sure. Smash JT for 12 months of legendary status. This super identifies as the last 400 subscribers. That's not how it works. But thank you for 12 months of legendary status. You finally hit Super Saiyan 3. Good job. Mr. Vegeta with a 2, so Smash can draw as well as he plays games, I see. Exactly. I'm glad somebody else noticed that. T-Jab says we are $13.17 away till tier 2. Thank you, T-Jab. I appreciate that. I mean, listen, we're gonna get to 100K eventually. It's only a matter of time. YouTube is just fucking stupid, bro. It is what it is. I should have hit it. With the other video. I gained 1,700 subscribers from that one video. It's crazy. Gray the Merchant. Hold on. Was there anything before Gray the Merchant? Yes, there was. Gray the Merchant for another $1 before his other $1 says, hey, all, sending love to everyone. The CEO will more likely convert his role as an investor for other companies. Shit, despite what happens, he does this in the position of fuck you. Reddit, please cope. And then for another $1, Randy needs to get off of the Kool-Aid. Fuck his model of selling. He needs to jump with a platinum parachute ASAP because this shit will go way down. He needs Sonya's anal beads right up there. Bead on. And then for another $1, just bought Rogue Trader recently. It's been a blast so far. I'm also getting Digimon Time Stranger Day 1 Ultimate Edition. Better than Borderlands 4. At least Digimon has complete content. Sips tea. Bro, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for the 3. I appreciate it. Dumb Creative with a 5. If I had a boogie board, then I could boogie down the street. Where is it at? Shout out to Dumb Creative with the 5. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. We got a double banger over on YouTube. Holy shit. Historical Assassin Bandito just dropped a $19.99.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Historical Assassin, aka Bandito. That's what I'm going to call you now. Bandito. Shout out to you, my brother. Thank you so much for the 19.99 banger, getting us to tier 2 again. Again for the 121 stream. 21st, not 21. 121st stream in a row. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother. And I promise you, I'll never change my logo to a modernized Cracker Barrel. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, man. And then our cuz with the $20 banger says, here, hope this goes through. Wait, why would it not go through? Is YouTube being gay again? Is YouTube being gay again? Shout out to our cuz. Hey, since you guys did a double 20 banger, I got you. Shout out to our cuz. Thank you so much, man, for the $20 banger. And yes, it did go through. It did, in fact, go through. Shout out to you, man. And last but not least, Gamer Forever again with an NOK 200.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Gamer Forever. He says Midgard's Blot is a culture and music festival where you can learn about Viking Age, bro. A Viking ship. May the power of the Norse gods aid us in our fight against censorship of anime, manga, and games. I am a Viking living in Norway. Bro, this guy's a fucking Viking, bro. How many people get to say that? How many people get to say they're a Viking? That's amazing. Shout out to Gamer Forever. Thank you so much for the NOK 200. I appreciate that, man. What an absolute legend. What an absolute Viking. That's insane. All right. We are fully caught up everywhere, boys. We got one more story before we get into the waifu battle. One more story to go over. So let's make sure we do it, boys. And it's a doozy. It's a doozy. It is an absolute doozy. God damn, bro. Look at this. Boys, look at this, man. Microsoft has turned into a war zone. It's a literal war zone. You got people fighting for property, trying to take over Microsoft outside its headquarters, getting arrested. Microsoft's like, listen, we hired you guys, but like, we don't really want to deal with your activism. No, to be honest, I don't know if these are employees. I tried to look it up. I'm seeing if this one will have the information, but I think some of them are employees and some of them are not. But Microsoft, you know, I feel like they kind of deserve this. I feel like they kind of deserve this because they, you know, they like to hire certain kinds of people. And those certain kinds of people have certain personalities that are now protesting their own company. So let's go over and let's talk about it, because this is a funny ass story. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Microsoft and how apparently they're getting felted by the same kind of activists that they love to hire or they love to virtue signal to over the last couple of years. I really feel like this story is hilarious because Microsoft, of all companies, being the richest company in the world, absolutely deserves this kind of blowback, considering that they are the ones that push this DEI nonsense everywhere. They're the ones that try to advocate for all this bullshit that is now biting them in the ass. Well, apparently now, people have been protesting outside of Microsoft headquarters. They've been protesting and trying to claim the land and turn it into another chop zone. Do you guys remember Chop or Chaz, whatever the hell that it was back during the Summer of Love? Well, they're trying to do that in front of Microsoft as well, because the activists are not happy that Microsoft's AI is being utilized by Israel, right? They're not happy. They're like, free Palestine and all that great shit. So we're going to talk about this because apparently now there is arrests that have been made outside of Microsoft. 18 protesters have been arrested, and Microsoft claims that vandalism and property damage. Protesters claim genocide powered by Microsoft technology. Members of the Noah Zur were arrested at Microsoft HQ, where they've been protesting the company's business with Israel. You can see some pictures here. I mean, look at these guys. Look at these amazing people here that are totally focused on working and doing their jobs. And obviously that's not true at all. But here is what they're doing. Join the worker intifada. I can't say that word. Intifada. How do you say that? Intifada. There you go. Join the worker intifada. I can't say these fucking words. No labor for genocide. After police dispersed them on Tuesday, Noah Zur protesters returned to Microsoft East Campus Plaza in Redmond, Washington on Wednesday to continue protesting. So they were kicked out initially, okay? They were removed from the Microsoft East Campus Plaza. They were removed and they came back. They came back thinking that they weren't going to, that nothing was going to happen to them. They came back on Wednesday to continue protesting the tech giant's dealings with Israel, which allegedly include the use of its Azure cloud platform to surveil Palestinians and select Gaza bombing targets. This time, 18 protesters were arrested for charges, including trespassing, malicious mischief, resisting arrest, and obstruction. Now, again, the hilarious thing is that all of this clearly shows that Microsoft, being the massive virtue signal company that they are, when it comes down to business, when it comes down to protecting their own home turf, they absolutely are not going to let you do this. They would be the first ones in line to encourage you to go play activists on someone else's property. They would be the first ones in line to celebrate activists destroying property elsewhere. But the moment it got too close to home, the moment it got to their campus, the moment it got to their corporation, oh no, now suddenly you got to get arrested. Now suddenly that's not allowed. Now suddenly that's a bad thing. This is why these companies, I can never take them seriously, because they're completely full of shit. It's the same thing that the politicians did. When the politicians were cheering for the Summer of Love, they were cheering because it wasn't affecting where they lived. And the moment the Summer of Love went to one of these politicians' houses, she called them animals. I forgot who it was that did that. I just know that it happened. She called them animals, and she's like, what are these animals doing? What do you mean animals? You guys encourage this shit every day. But in any case, here's where we are. So, again, 18 people have been arrested. According to the Redmond police, a few protesters had poured paint over the Microsoft sign and on the ground, red paint to symbolize blood. And others had blocked a pedestrian bridge and were using stolen tables and chairs from vendors to form a barrier. Why am I not surprised that these people are so unprepared that they had to steal stuff in order to create whatever barrier they were making? In a statement sent to PC Gamer, protest organizers said that Microsoft chose to militarize its campus to harass, attack, and violently arrest 18 people who refused to be cogs in the Israeli genocidal machine. Bro, are you seriously trying to convince me that Microsoft is harassing you when you are on their property protesting and causing chaos on their property? Are you kidding me right now? Are you seriously trying to make it seem like you guys are the ones that are being harassed and attacked and having violence sent against you? You've got to be kidding me, man. Anyway, a Microsoft spokesperson told PC Gamer that protesters engaged in vandalism and property damage and disrupted, harassed, and took tables and tents from local small businesses at a lunchtime farmers market for employees. Israel's attacks on Gaza, allegedly with the help of Microsoft service, have killed at least 62,000 people since October of 2023, including thousands of children, according to the Palestinian Ministry of Health. Over 200 people have now died of malnutrition, the ministry says, and according to the UN, over 1,000 aid seekers in Gaza have been killed since May. Israel has also killed hundreds of AIDS workers, at one point burying 15 in a mass grave. The UN reports the country's military recently killed 4 journalists in Gaza, the latest as many. And as we have made clear, Microsoft is committed to its human rights standards and contractual terms of service, including in the Middle East, said Microsoft spokesperson. The company announced last week that it's pursuing a thorough and independent review of new allegations first reported earlier this month about the purported use of its Azure platform in Israel. Wait, so you mean to tell me that Microsoft doesn't know whether or not their platform is being utilized or not? Do you mean to seriously tell me they have no idea whether or not their platform is being utilized or not? I highly doubt that. Those allegations appeared in an investigation by The Guardian, which claimed that Israel had used Azure to construct a sweeping and intrusive system that collects and stores recordings of millions of mobile phone calls made each day by Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank, and which facilitated the preparation of deadly airstrikes and has shaped military operations in Gaza and the West Bank. The protesters, composed of community members and current and former... Oh, so there answers the question. You got some people who are actual employees of Microsoft protesting on the grounds with former employees of Microsoft and community activist members. So you got everybody literally protesting Microsoft in front of Microsoft, including their own employees. This is why I say you get what you deserve, because you guys hire people like this. You guys advocate for the shit that gets brought into your company every day. You have an entire page, multiple pages dedicated to making these people feel special on your website, to virtue signaling to them every single day. And now that that virtue signal is here to bite you in the ass, now you want to pretend as if you're totally on their side. This is ridiculous. The protesters, composed, again, of former workers and current workers, declared that Microsoft's East Campus Plaza is a liberated zone, renaming it to the Martyred Palestinian Children's Plaza. They're trying to take over the zone and turn it into another Chaz and Chop. That's literally what they're doing. They clearly didn't succeed because Microsoft got rid of them immediately for a second time now and got 18 of them arrested. So I highly doubt they're going to come back. And if they do come back, I'm going to laugh my ass off even more. As we recognize the sacrifice made by those arrested today, we also recognize that the militarism, physical violence, and detentions perpetuated by the Redmond Police Department pale in comparison to the experiences Palestinians are forced to endure on a daily basis, said Noah Zur in its statement. My God, bro. These people want to be like, they want to be activists. They want to be martyrs so bad that even when they're being arrested, they're like, oh, but think about Palestine. Even though we're being arrested right now, think about the ones over there. It's like, bro, stop it, man. You guys are serious right now? Microsoft says it's doing the hard work needed to uphold its human rights standards in the Middle East, as well as supporting and taking clear steps to address unlawful actions that damage property, disrupt business, or that threaten and harm others. No injuries were reported as a result of the protests or the arrests, according to the police. Our message to Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella and other executives who are shamelessly shaking hands with Israeli war criminals to sign deals for genocidal technology is this: our movement will not stop, we will not rest, and we will continue to apply pressure, say the protesters who have published their demands at noahzur.com. We will show up to confront, disrupt, and take action in every place at every moment, both announced and unannounced. Who are funding these people? Who is funding these people? Where are you getting the money to do this? You guys are clearly unemployed. How are you doing this? I wonder, right? I know people are going to say George Soros and all that. I get it, but like, it's a rhetorical question still. These people clearly are being funded by someone because they're all unemployed, pretty much. The former Microsoft employees, or the current ones, I highly doubt they're going to be employed there for very much longer. Anyway, they said they're going to continue to confront, disrupt, and take action in every place at every moment, both announced and unannounced. Escalations will continue as long as Microsoft is invested in the economy of occupation and genocide. Well, that's a threat. That's a threat against the corporation. And I'm sure if Microsoft wanted to, they can act on that and get you locked up for even longer than the one day that you're probably locked up right now. So I guess we're going to follow this story because they're promising to do more, and we'll see what they end up doing in the future. But this is just another group of unemployed people that are just angry over what's happening in another country while not paying attention to what's happening here right in front of them. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider leaving me a like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about this entire situation in the comments down below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Damn, man, to be unemployed, and to be like an activist must be amazing. It must be amazing. They must have like amazing. It must be great. It must be great to not have to worry about like anything. Just go out and worry about like another country because your life is so perfect here. You can just worry about everybody else. That's amazing. It's almost envious at this point. Activists for barbarians? Yeah, I guess so. Baby bird needing a rooftop? Yeah, I suppose so. Demon Carol 405 says if they are employees, Microsoft still got firing to do. Well, we found out they are. So I wonder what's going to happen. Sun Wu with a 199. You know what company doesn't have this problem? X. Yeah, that's because he fired everybody. Like Elon Musk, when he came in, he fired 75% of the employees at Twitter. Isn't that insane? And it worked out perfectly for the most part. Sun Wu with 499. If they are KIA thousands every month, how are there any left? No, it said, what do you call it? It said from 2023. Not every month. Not every month. Come on, Hip, if you say it like that, so are you. Oh, I'm not unemployed at all. Sorry to tell you. I'm not unemployed in the slightest. And I talk about video games, pop culture, entertainment, gaming companies, studios, stuff like that. But I'm not unemployed. I'm sorry to tell you. Extra Hall with a 2. Even my cats are smarter than them. You know what? I was gonna say, you sure about that? But I think you're right. I think you're right. I think I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one. We got, who else we got? Let's see. Vindictus Prime with $1. To quote myself again, like the asshole that I am, the actual 9 most dangerous words in our language are words that many will practice but few would dare say. It is okay this time because I do it. Fair. That's very fair. Well said. Vindictus Prime with another $1 question. If you saw someone doing something to someone else and you felt that same someone doing a thing was also in your government and going to do the same to you, what would you do? That's a loaded fucking question. Hold on, wait. If you saw someone doing something to someone else and you felt that same someone doing a thing was also in your government and going to do the same to you, what would you do? It totally depends on what the thing is. Like doing something to someone else, like what does that mean? Are they giving them a hug? Like, you got to be specific here. You got to be specific here. But I appreciate it. Thank you for the $1, brother. Blue White Scorpio for $189 for the unemployed Nepo baby fund. Oh man, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Hypno is the CEO of Hypno Coffee. He's not, bro. Bro. Bro, stop. It's not. We're not making a coffee company. Stop it. Cool B says, yep, Hypno, he guy who talks about things happening. Yeah, I talk about that. That's my job. I talk about that. That's not their job. That's like they're not on. They don't work for a company to do that. Like they might get paid on the off chance. They might get secret funding to do what they're doing, but it's not like they're clocking in and clocking out at some corporation. At least I don't know of anyway. If they are clocking in and out of the corporation, I would love to know what that corporation is that is funding this level of activism. I would love to know that. You got a pillow? Bro, no pillow. We could kickstart his no, we're not kickstarting any coffee company. Why would you guys want me to have a coffee company? Look at all the YouTubers that have coffee companies already. No, it's not happening. All right, boys. Sun Wu with a 189. You making coffee? Damn, I've been missing out. Oh my God. Here we go. That's gonna be the fucking that's gonna be now the conversation piece. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're making coffee now? Since when? Never. Oh my God. Stop. Hypno needs a vodka company. I don't drink. Stop. All right. Anyway. You guys are fucking insane. Adair Soto with $1. You know what's hilarious about this protest? I look at the videos and pictures. The same suspect, a bunch of white people who live in gated communities and very privileged. It's the same people. That's usually how it goes, to be fair. Adair Soto with $1. These people are narcissists and never take them seriously. We can laugh at them, but it's just pathetic. These are the people we have to deal with, as these people can vote. Yeah, and the sad thing is that there's worse people out there. This is not even the worst. Demon Carol with a 5. YouTubers with coffee companies are like celebrities on Dancing with the Stars. Career over. Yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm not, no coffee company for me, man. I'm good. Ron DFK with a 2. Extra frothy Hypnochino? No. This is insane. This lore is insane. I just want you guys to know that. Space Monkey for 1 month. Hypno, I bought your coffee. Oh my God. It's great. Why do you say you don't have a coffee company? Who did I buy coffee from? Was that your son? Bro. This lore is crazy, bro. Stop. What is going on here? What is going on? Alucard with a 2. A semi-truck versus a group of activists. Who will win? The activists, probably. They're pretty huge. They might act as roadblocks. For sure. Toxin with a 2. Hypnotic Sofrito went. Oh, no. Stop it. Stop it with the Sofrito. Are you serious right now? Bro, this is crazy. Stop it. What the fuck? Dumb Creative with a 5. Hypno Coffee Chews. I can eat you all day, Hypno. Hey, yo. Pause. Vindictus Prime with $1 in reference to the question before. Something malicious. The question is, what is justice? What happens if you truly believe the police fail? Also, start a sex toy company. Hypno branded toys. Oh my God, man. This shit is getting wild, bro. Adair Soto with $1. If not a coffee company, what about Gundam Company? Hypno logo with a coffee mug with it. No, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. No coffee company. No, I'm just okay doing what I'm doing. I'm okay. We're fine as is. You want someone to make a coffee company? Go ask Smash JT. He likes making bad decisions. Go ask Smash JT. Sun Woo with 189. Hypno espresso in my hypno chair. No, bro. Y'all are going crazy. We need to get to the waifu battle. Listen, shout out to everybody who's not staying for the waifu battle. Thank you. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Hope to see you tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern for the next Hypnocast. Don't miss it. Don't be gay. And that's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, let's do the waifu battle. Here we go. All right, boys, waifu battle is here. If you guys have been missing the last couple of waifu battles, it has been insane. It has been absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen, what's been going on. So let's cover it. Now, in terms of the waifu battle, Carmen Sandiego barely won on the last waifu battle. Barely. We're talking about it was one of the closest waifu battles that we have ever seen. I think it was like a dollar. I think it was $1 or something like that. The last waifu battle we had, she beat Mystique by $1 or like $1 and a penny. I think it was $1 and a penny. Literally 101. She beat Mystique by. So it was unbelievably close. But she is still the waifu battle champion. With that being said, let's go over the rules of engagement, and then we're going to bring out a brand new challenger to see how she does against the legend Carmen Sandiego. But before we do that, let's catch up on Super Chats. Old Man Cat with a 5. I can see the commercial already. Hypno leading the donkey down from the mountains with coffee bags on it. Oh, my God, bro. Ali Kusanagi with a 5. Yeah, this lore is hilarious. I'm just going to buy your coffee cups from the store. There's no store. Smaxy with a 2. Hypno Chata. Come on, Smaxy. Not you, too. Alucard with a 2. Truth, Justice, and Hypno's All-American Coffee. Sun Woo with a 199. Hear me out. Hypno Creamer. Stop. That's insane. Stop. Hypno Creamer. That's where I draw the line. All right, guys. Rule number 1. All Super Chats during the waifu battle will count to the particular waifu. But the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You gotta put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Carmen Sandiego, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If the last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I have a feeling we don't understand the rules, but that's okay. All right, listen, man. We got a brand new waifu. I don't think she's ever been in the waifu battle before. She's from an old school video game. Let's see if she can take down a legend known as Carmen Sandiego? Let's go. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Carmen Sandiego is going to be none other than the one and the only Aya Brea from Parasite Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. The names are on the bottom. The names are on the bottom. Let's see who is going to win. Until then, here's another super chat. Jason Alator with a 2 Hypnos Creamer. The money shot. Bro. That's insane. That's insane. You thought it was Miss Pac-Man? You need to repent. You need to repent if you thought it was Miss Pac-Man. Deadeye's Lock with $1 says Carmen Sandiego over on Rumble. Shout out to Deadeye's Lock. Sun Wu with a 189 says Hypno Plant Feeder. Stop it. Not happening. Not happening. What about Hypnotic Bust? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I remember playing the first Parasite Eve back in 1998 on the PlayStation 1. It's pretty legendary. It's pretty legendary. The old school cats in the chat should remember this one, man. Vardamus with a 2 says Aya Brea. Shout out to Vardamus. Thank you so much. Final Twin with a 10 says Aya Brea. Gotta give my girls some love. Shout out to Final Twin. Fucking legend. Shadow Blacklight with a 2 says Aya. Let's go. Let's go. Carmen Sandiego's getting some competition. Ron DFK with a 2 says Aya Brea. Got that mitochondria fire melting me. Shot out, man. I agree, GDR. Parasite Eve was indeed a badass game. It was a badass game, man. You own both Parasite Eve 1 and 2 on disc? Nice. Very nice. Space Monkey with a 499 says Aya Brea, Parasite Eve needs a faithful remaster. Never happening, bro. Never happening. They'll turn her into like a non-binary chick. Extra Hall with a 5. Carmen Sandiego, the other girl, looks like a younger version of the first Karen clip. Really? BioT Wolf 19 with a 5. Carmen Sandiego. I like redheads more, and I never played Parasite Eve. You need to play it, bro. You need to play it. Blackguard with a 5 says Aya Brea. More like Ayo Brea. That's insane. That's insane. Hey, we got Dumb Creative over on Rumble with a 2 says, is that where I put my D? Aya Brea doesn't count because he didn't listen to the rules and he has to put the name of the waifu first before anything else. Skyfire 77 with a 20 banger over on Rumble says Carmen Sandiego. Hit it, Rockabella. Shout out to Skyfire, man. Holy shit. Shout out to Skyfire. Thank you so much, man. Carmen Sandiego has caught up almost to Aya Brea now. Democulus with $1 says Aya Brea. Get your Bigot Brew brand coffee and tea now recently added to stores near you. It's not. It's literally not. It does not exist. It does not exist. You're gonna keep looking. All right, boys. Aya Brea is coming off screen. Oh, shit. One last one for insult to injury. She is now back in the lead. Final Twin with a 20 banger says Aya Brea, immediately putting her back into the lead. You'll love to see it. But now it's time to bring out the champion. None other than Thickalicious Carmen Sandiego, ladies and gentlemen, in all her original attire. But no bra. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Carmen Sandiego or is it going to be Aya Brea? Let's find out. We got Ali Kusanagi with a 10. Aya Brea. I was just browsing through your YouTube merch store. Guess what I found? A coffee mug, probably. I haven't visited my merch store in like a year and a half. I hope you realize that. I haven't visited in like a year and a half, bro. I have to. I should redo the whole thing. No bra, give us freedom. She doesn't have one on. You should be happy. You love lady. Holy shit, absolutely. Bro, I'm totally getting one. No. Wait until I redo the store, then get one. Unlimited brick. Well, if that's the case, we need to vote for her because she's losing right now. Carmen Sandiego's getting fucking felted right now. Skyfire threw a banger on Rumble for a 20 for her, but we need help here. She needs help. She get wrecked. Blackguard with a 5 saying Carmen taking some influence from Lady over here, and that's not a bad thing. I didn't think it would be a bad thing. I saw this picture and I was like, yeah, I can see the resemblance. Alucard says out of money, then you need to convince other people to vote for you. Cheer them on. Or just cheer on your favorite waifu. Who cares? You don't gotta donate. Cheer on your favorite waifu. We're gonna see who wins. Action figure Hypnotic, black and red, and limited edition white and red. I would honestly do action figures, 100%. I would love to make some real like action figures. I think that would be pretty sick, to be honest with you. Holy fuck, bro. Carmen Sandiego is in big time trouble. Big time trouble, man. Final twin with a $50 mega banger says Aya Brea. Love redheads, but love Aya more. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys, what are we doing? Is Carmen Sandiego gonna tap out right now? Beautiful Zexel with a 10. Aya Brea. Yo, Parasite Eve needs to come. It's one of my favorite franchises. But knowing Square Enix, they're too stupid to do that. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. It's unfortunate. Extra Ho with another $50 mega banger saying Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego is still behind, but she's now catching up because of Extra Hall. Shout out to Extra Hall for an insane $50 Pink Boy mega banger. Insane, bro. Shout out to you. We got Dumb Creative over on Rumble saying coffee action figure. How would that even work? How would that even work? That'd be insane. Gray the Merchant for 8 months. I vote for myself. Dio for free. Otherwise, Randy needs to be in Borderlands Gulag with Sonya's beads up his booty. Like, sub to 100K, all also beat on. This is a really interesting battle. Ali Kusanagi with a 10. Carmen Sandiego just for that pick. Bricked. Shit. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. This is a really interesting fight. It's very close right now. Aya Brea is in the lead, though. So let's see what's going to happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, boys, that is it. The last super chat that is going to count is actually over on Rumble. Skyfire got a $20 mega banger for Carmen Sandiego over on Rumble. And then Old Man Cad with a $20 mega banger says Carmen Sandiego just because of the boobs. And then Final Twin dropped a massive cheer onto the face of Carmen Sandiego for $100 Red Boy Ultra Banger. and says Aya Brea. Holy fuck, bro. Insane. Mods counted up in the meantime, Final Twin, and all the $50 bangers as well. This is for you. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Shout out to Final Twin, Extra Hall. You guys just completely went crazy in this waifu battle, man. Holy shit. Oh, wait. The numbers are already in. The numbers are already in. And do we have a new champion? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Aya Brea at $213.42 against the former champion, Carmen Sandiego, with $116.96, which means that the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion from a legendary video game franchise is none other than Aya Brea. Ladies and gentlemen, holy shit. Carmen Sandiego's gone. Let's do it one more time, guys. We got a lot of coping right now. Let's do it one more time. One more time. And as I mentioned, there is a lot of coping and seething happening right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is going to be it for the waifu battle. Aya Brea is going to go backstage where she will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Friday, so she'll be facing a former champion. Let's see if she's going to be a one-hit wonder or if she can maintain her belt. We shall find out, boys. We shall find out. All right, guys, listen, I think we are fully caught up. Shout out to Mystic Vegeta with a 5 for Carmen Sandiego. It did not count. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Much love to you, though. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. Hey, shout out to Rumble for fighting hard this waifu battle as well. Everybody fought hard in today's waifu battle. I like when the battles are close because it's so much more entertaining that way. Shout out to you guys, man. Listen, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on the first day back from vacay. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships, everything. Gamer Forever for a 20. Bo Hancock, next challenger in the waifu battle. Come on, bro. Come on. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. But I will see you tomorrow. There will be no Griffcast tomorrow, most likely. If I change my mind, I will let you know. But starting next week, we will be back on schedule. But stay tuned for potential late night Griffcast. They can happen at any moment now that I'm back. And don't miss Hypnocast tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can't.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in Major Gang. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in Major Gang. Fuck Baby Gang, put a ticket in Major Gang. It means put a chicken in it greedy and Major fucking Gang. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.